I was saying if you buy high and you sell, and you know what I'm thinking is, oh, hi everybody, happy Tuesday.
You sound like a drug dealer.
I sound like a what?
On me, you sound like a drug dealer.
No, that.
Hey,
I mean, because
do you see that game that came out, Schedule 1?
I'm just saying, look, if you buy low and sell, I ain't gonna turn this into that show. She gonna get mad at me.
No.
But
it is Tuesday, y'all.
It is Tuesday. I just want to. I don't know. I didn't ask if I can talk about this on air, but Mr. Fresh, I am so happy to see you.
Hey.
After last week, can we give it up for Mr. Fresh, please?
Yes.
Please give it up for Mr. Fresh.
All right, so for all of y'all that don't know, and it's only for the people that's here. I had surgery last week. Actually, what has it been, like 5 days?
Yeah.
When was it? Wednesday?
It was Thursday.
Oh, so yeah, about
So
5.
I had surgery on Thursday. They removed my thyroid. So it's a thyroidectomy.
Sorry,
I
y'all.
got a little cut across my throat right now.
You
Y'all
should see
probably
the
can't
other guy
see.
though.
Yeah, you should see the other guy. Hey, when they asked how does it feel, I told them it feels like I'm getting choked out by a fat chick.
Like, real.
Like,
I'm the fat chick.
I was gonna say I wasn't gonna say nothing.
No, like
It's me.
Noah,
hey,
but
how Damon was choking old boy in the movie.
Oh yeah.
No, how Melvin was choking Jody.
Yep.
How Melvin was
what
choking
movie?
Jody. That's how I
And
feel
Baby
right
Boy.
now.
It's a hood classic.
I it's on my to watch list because of you guys. So
Yes.
I was telling George, you know what movie I finally saw over the weekend after many years was Wolf of Wall Street.
Really. I love
And the
Wolf
only
of
reason
Wall
why, I
Street.
mean, well,
So you want to take a Quello right now?
no, Steve Madden. George and I were just talking about that. Oh, Ving Rhames.
Yes.
Yeah. You know
That's
how I
what
know
it
him is
feels
because he was
like.
in the Dawn of the Dead remake. That's the reason why I know him.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's Melvin.
Well, he's the Arby's guy too. Arby's.
Hey,
Is that him?
Mr. Fresh. Right here.
that's how I feel right now. I swear. Because look, my neck is still swollen.
Yeah.
So it's
Right
like
on that
swollen
spot.
tissue, and I got stitches underneath. Like right now, if you look at it, you see the tape, but it's glue.
Yeah, it's
they-
like a suture, right?
Yeah, so they glued it, but the stitches are underneath the skin.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? So
Calls from Beyond, baby.
Oh my gosh.
Hold on.
He's here. He's here.
Who is?
Hi, Samaj.
Oh,
listen.
Okay, we've been looking for you, and we were gone for a couple of weeks. I absolutely gave praise to your Tarot and Tea intro.
it was good.
It was really good. We was jamming to it, and I don't know if he rewatched it, but we were in here dancing to it, and I'm gonna use it.
Yeah, bro, did you watch it?
Well, probably
Oh,
not.
no, first off, before we use it, before we launch Tarot and Tea officially, Samaj, I'm gonna need you to sign this contract.
Hey, to be fair, Mr. Fresh just slid me one. That's why I was talking about buying and selling. Because he's like,
I'm
I'm gonna need
just
you to stop
saying.
working for other people.
I need to make sure that my people is good, so I gotta make sure that we
Oh
don't
my
get
gosh,
countersued on
we
the back
love you
end.
too. Thank you so much. And I had an original, like I had a song, like just a beat, right? See, every time I hear it, I be like, it's a vibe.
They're saying they rewatched today.
Okay, so I appreciate it. And I had a song already. It was just a regular sound. And I put your sound in the intro because the intro is done. Everything is pretty much set to go. I got some scheduling conflicts. And it's just
The way my bank
set it
account
off.
is set up.
Man, I got to transfer from my savings to my checking.
Hey, listen.
But it was
We try
amazing.
to remodel our personal studio right now, so you know what I mean.
We've been
Like,
doing a lot. It's been
know.
a lot, but I appreciate you taking out the time to, and you added Mr. Fresh in, which
Hey.
was a bonus surprise because Mr. Fresh technically is a part of Tarot and
So I was
Nobody
saying,
knows
is he like
that.
he's like the producer?
no,
Right?
no. Listen, we
Kinda.
got like, I'm not gonna say no creators' names, but we got like a. It's too loud. I can hear it. We got like a rotten fruit vibe.
Yeah.
If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it's
So-
all y'all. Don't put in rotten fruit. You're not gonna get it. If you like true crime, you know what I'm talking about. But because
How to properly rot fruit
oh my
You
gosh,
know what?
on Reddit.
No,
I get
they'll
it now.
tell you
That shit
in
went way over my
the
head.
comments, but because a lot of you guys' stories and a lot of these voicemails and things, we're listening to it together, and then I'll read it and I'll be like, yo, this person got dragged out of the bed by the ghost and blah blah blah, and he'd be like, for real? And I'm like, you know what? Actually, I like that because I've already made content that is just me. And I'm just like talking to a camera. Sometimes I like during the Sinners review, I wanted somebody to hype me up. Okay. So yes, I
Yeah.
appreciate you so much.
And in case you guys haven't seen, my wife is for real a psychopath. Mm-hmm. Like at this point, I think she's probably watched Sinners 8 times.
No, I have not. It's only been 4 and a half.
I want to watch it
fell
just for
asleep
Michael
on
B.
it.
Jordan.
First of all,
It's so bad.
You know what I mean?
yeah, man.
No, she was watching Sinners
Damn.
on the TV in the hotel while she was watching it on her fucking phone at the same time.
Okay, no. Hear me out. I'm not
Was
that.
one on like 3 times speed and the other one
No,
was
one-
all right, so we was
It was stuck.
we was
One of
watching
them
it on
was stuck.
bootleg. I'm not gonna lie.
You see the people walk up the aisle at the movie
No.
theater.
No. These was real cams. They was cam
No,
rips.
but
They was
the-
good quality
Yes,
joints.
they were.
You know what I mean? But we did pay to watch it twice
Okay.
before we started watching the bootleg. And the
Yeah.
So
second
they got
time,
their money out of you.
No, the second time we watched it in 4DX. So it was like the seats
So
was
like,
moving.
so like you got
shaking.
his sweat
Yeah.
on you.
It was
Man,
crazy.
listen.
Yo,
I
it-
am not a Michael B. Jordan girl.
Me neither.
But-
Black Panther solidified it for me.
Okay, that
He's
was
my
the
favorite
one where
villain.
I start side. I'm like, okay, you getting kind of fine. You looking like a grown man finally, because I've been watching him since
Like
The
the
Wire.
The Wire, and then like Creed.
No.
Yeah,
Listen,
like-
if you know Michael B.
More
Jordan
like cream.
as Wallace, if you know Michael B. Jordan as Wallace, that's a whole different
Yeah,
vibe.
so
bro.
and he always looked little boyish.
I can
to
never look
me.
at him the same. To me, he got box braids.
Yeah. So
That's
whenever I
Wallace
seen
and
him,
Stitch.
I seen him in what is it?
Look it up, George. Look up Wallace
Black
from the Wire.
Panther.
So here's the thing. I didn't know. I thought it was Nick Cannon at first
Shut up.
because I'd never seen.
That's how Wallace looked. He
Yes.
looked like Nick Cannon
Yeah.
from Drumline. I
But
swear.
like the intro scene of Black Panther, like he has the hair up
Oh,
and
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Like and I was like, is that Nick Cannon? Vanessa's like, no.
No. Well,
And
you're
I was like, God
him.
damn,
He
who
thinks-
is that though?
He thinks Usher looks like Tyrese. I always tell him that. Like, and that's just the way to
I'm
say
super
he's
bad with
super
looks.
bad
I'm
with
not
looks.
I'm not gonna hold you.
But I started
But I'm
looking
not
at him
staring at
kind
no
of.
dude like, oh, he's fine. So I'm not really looking at his details. I don't care.
So I started looking at him
I
like
looked
you
at him 'cause
getting
he was
kind of
fine.
like
Hey.
older, right? Because I'm used to him
I'm
looking
comfortable
like
in my
that.
sexuality. I can address,
This is
Michael
how
B.
he
Jordan
looked.
can get it from me.
Oh
Okay,
my goodness.
Michael B. Jordan. I know you're watching.
He
I know you're a
said-
huge
no, he
fan
said,
of Calls
I
from
looked at
Beyond.
him because he was fine.
Man, listen,
just
it's
hurt
okay
my
to
He was my
recognize-
favorite villain though. Like he just felt
Yes.
so real. Because like you
well,
think because Killmonger is like he's just a kid who was
Yeah.
brought up and was that fucking committed
Yeah.
that he went and became a war hero in Afghanistan for the U.S. military and then came back and was like,
Just spin a
I'm
block.
gonna fuck you up now.
Just spin a block. Did you find a picture?
Ooh wee, Jacinda, don't
That's
get me in
Wallace.
trouble now.
That's
So,
Wallace.
so this is my whole thing.
That's the Michael B. Jordan I know.
You gotta think about it. Me and him
The
are
stash is doing it for me. The little peach
around-
fuzz stash.
Yeah, that little peach fuzz.
he
We're
was a
around the
snitch in
same age, and so I was like, ugh, he ugly. But then I saw him as Killmonger, and I was like, you getting kind of fine, boy.
Hey,
Calm
hey,
down.
chill out, chill out.
chill out. And then after Creed, I was like, okay, all right, I still don't see the hype. But then this role,
Sinners. Yeah, he's got the mustache.
it's
and
the
he's
19.
shirtless.
You know, I'm a ghetto historian.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yo, the
It was the
1911.
1930 clothes that
it was
turned her
the
on.
top hat, baby. Oh, and
I
the-
liked
and
it.
the
I liked
gold
it because I
teeth.
saw the. So I recently inherited some firearms from my grandparents. One of them is the same gun that he's using in that movie. I was like, I got that one. That's
Hey,
me.
Now you know what it really was though.
What was it?
See, she really didn't like Michael B. Jordan until we went to go see it in 4DX.
And then you,
Because like when we was driving the cars, when they was driving the cars on the open roads,
I felt
you could
myself
feel the
getting too
wind and
excited.
you could feel the vibrations of the motor.
I said, ooh.
She felt the vibrations of the motor with the top hat. It was
No,
over.
guys,
hey.
did we need to mark this as Calls from Beyond After Dark?
Listen, we after something, because I totally agree. Just Cinda says smoke in the front, stack in the back at the same damn time. Sis.
Wow.
Okay?
Wow. I don't think it's possible to have a threesome with the same person.
Man, listen.
They
And
different-
that
they
man
different
like,
characters, Mr.
That
Fresh.
man like men.
No,
KO,
I
was the
did.
same
That
way.
bitch was named TT.
I'm the same way. You know who will never though.
Oh, Jacinda said the room will be stanking by the time we finish. Jacinda, go ahead and log out. Go ahead and log out for me.
That 10-mile walk twang ain't have nothing on me.
Well, holy shit!
You
That's
gotta go see
comment
the
of the
movie
night.
to understand like what she means. I don't want to spoil
Oh.
it for people that have not seen it, but when I tell you, I have more Japanese to talk about this movie, and
They
it's
said,
released
"Oh, did he?"
whenever we weren't here. So
Yeah,
it's
because you put
like-
that video out and it's at almost 100,000 views now.
And let me tell you something. That movie was so. First of all,
'Cause it's about
Michael B.
vampires, right?
Jordan. Yes, Michael B. Jordan is just. He did his thing acting wise. Like
I
you
think he always
it's too
does, though, doesn't he?
Not like this.
No.
Killmonger was the closest to this.
Listen,
that performance.
Well, like because
I'ma
it just
be
felt so
honest.
raw. Like the emotion
Yes,
was
it
just
was
like.
very
I'm gonna be
raw.
honest. So it's a lot of backstories that go behind the story that was told with this movie.
Mm-hmm.
So if you pay attention to all of the backstories, like even he filmed Blade, and Marvel rejected the Blade version that he put out.
Dumbasses.
So he went and put out his own vampire
He
movie.
said, "All right, check this out."
But not only did he put out his own vampire movie, but then he spun a block and educated us. Like it's a lot of black stories that are within this story. Like even down to, I don't want to make this shit awkward, but even down to the fact that you had a white vampire trying to steal the sound of music off of a black person. But those original sounds were stole from black people, which is how rock and roll got here. All of that
Right.
shit came from black people.
Africa, yeah.
You know what I mean?
drums,
All of, like
guitars.
even rock and roll, like the instruments that are used in rock and roll, those are
Yeah.
all instruments that were brought from Africa.
Right, and then you look at like Chuck Berry and all that,
Yeah,
and then you
how-
see like
so-
Elvis, and you're like, wait a minute.
So when you spin a
listen.
block and look at all of this, even the songs that Elvis put out, these are songs that came from black people that Elvis made popular. They might
Right.
have even been songs that were already produced by black artists. So it's a lot that goes into the undertones of this movie.
On top of it being a vampire movie,
On top of it being a good vampire movie, and on top of the
Yes.
fact that they made the leading cast member a black plus size woman. That's major.
Not
Because-
like
because-
biracial or racially
because the sex symbol was
ambiguous.
dating
Straight up.
Yes.
the sex symbol was dating a black full-figured woman, and that's beautiful.
Listen,
Like, you can't get no
well,
more
I'm
beautiful
watching
than
it
that.
for another 17th. I mean,
I would.
fifth
I was gonna
time.
say, I think Noah can
Man,
think of another way
no,
to make it a little more beautiful.
I can promise you, I would go
Full
back.
frontal.
Man, listen.
Listen,
I will go back to the movies and see this again. Matter of fact, you want to go after? No.
we're not going after this,
No,
but we can go for sure. I will go see it again.
I will say, yes, ancestral veneration. The good thing is that since you guys are my friends, you and George hear me talk Japanese about a lot of the things that's in these movies. You won't have to question what a haint is. You won't have to question.
Well, I mean, I don't have to question
a
what a haint
mojo
is
bag.
after
Well, yeah, after.
South of Midnight.
yeah.
Which
Yeah.
I had a lot of people ask me about that game. And the game, because people are like, it's a 10 out of 10. I was like, no, it's a 7 out of 10 for me. And it gets a full 7 because the story is a 10.
Yeah.
The story is a 10. The
story's-
artwork's
yeah.
an 8, but the gameplay is just like,
Because it's repetitive.
It's
yeah, it's just super
Repetitive,
repetitive. And so it
yes.
kind of took me
I
out.
haven't
towards the
even
end.
played it
Why?
yet.
Because they made it for us
It's good, though.
girls. They made it for us hoodoos that don't touch a PlayStation or an
There's
Xbox.
I know that because there's a story mode.
Yes. Yeah.
Where literally it's like you press a button, it kills everything.
Yeah.
But I was playing
It's
on
for
a
me.
higher
They
difficulty,
made,
but
they made that game for
I'm
me.
gonna
Just like they
play
made
it. I'm gonna
this
play
movie
it
for me.
in a room with her so she can watch the storyline.
we'll
unfold.
play
I
it
think
after
you
we
should-
get
after
Mr.
we get
Sinat
everything
set up.
Yeah,
I think we got to do that.
Yeah.
We
I mean, I could do that.
Yes.
got to get that going.
Just send it. It's okay. Everybody is still a baby in some type of religion, practice. I'm
a baby in age. No, I'm just
Listen,
kidding.
No, you are. You really are. I was just thinking about it like,
No,
oh
but
my
just
gosh.
send it that she strives to be Miss Annie. Miss Annie was
Annie.
she was the full figure plus size woman.
Oh, she was
And
amazing.
the thing that, to go a little bit deeper, the thing that made me appreciate Miss Annie was the fact that she was a hoodoo.
Wunmi
and-
Mosaku is her name.
What?
Huh?
Annie's name, the actress?
No, is it Moon? I don't want to.
Wunmi?
Mumi.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Mosaku.
Yes.
But the thing that made her so dope is she was the savior of the community. Like, she was doing spell work on people and she was collecting slave money. So, like I said, it's
Or
a
for
lot.
people, not
she
on
was, She
people.
was collecting unreal currency, and her baby daddy, which was, I don't know if it was Smoke or Stack, it was one of the
Smoke.
twins. Her baby daddy came and said, "You can't pay no bills with this money. This ain't real money." She said, "Well, I ain't never leaving here."
Yeah, she couldn't spend it anywhere else. So like, not only did Jim Crow screw us out of livable wages, we were paid in monopoly money that would
Fake
only
money. It wasn't real money. You
spend
really
in your
couldn't spend that shit
community.
nowhere other than in your community.
It's like when they had those like mining towns and then you had a company store.
Yeah,
But you couldn't spend the money anywhere else.
Nowhere else.
But then the items that were like 10 cents here were 50 cents at the company store.
Yeah.
So it's just that story and how he put it out there. it was an amazing screenplay, and it made him the first African American producer to gross 100 million plus domestically in the box offices for more than 4 films.
Damn.
Everybody else was only 3 films. Like,
Did you see what he wants to do next?
what?
Ryan, we're talking about Ryan Coogler, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants to do X-Files next. Like a
Oh
reboot.
no!
Yeah.
Shut up.
Jeez.
Yeah, he
Do
wants
you
to
Somebody smoke
understand?
that.
Come
He'll smoke
on,
that.
please.
Of
He'll
course.
smoke that.
He did Black Panther and he did Sinners. Like,
Yeah, and he was capable of doing Blade, but Marvel loves to play itself.
Judas and the Black Messiah. Oh, Creed. So
Yes.
he's basically, him and Michael B. Jordan are just like this.
Yeah, they're very
No,
best
he's-
friend.
His first movie was Fruitvale Station. I don't know if you really know the background of Fruitvale Station, but I did like research on Oscar Grant. I did I did information on it just to make sure that I was really tapped in because she's from the Bay Area. So
Don't put that on me.
I said she's from the Bay Area. She's not from the Bay.
She's from
It's a
South
big
I'm not
Sac,
difference.
even.
Iraq.
I'm not. I'm from South Sac, Iraq.
You're from the
okay?
Bay Area,
South
That's
Sac.
not They don't like whenever
Hey.
you do that.
It's called Sacramento.
Sacramento.
Sacramento,
he's
because
now
he's,
head
Oh,
of,
yeah, he's the head coach
yeah.
now.
Well, I think he's the coach.
Sacramento,
I
big
I think he's coach
fella.
at Sac State.
Is he the coach? Because I
up.
heard he
Yeah.
was just the.
No,
Got
he's
accepted
the
in the
GM.
Sac State.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
He's
for
the
the-
GM
for
of
the
Sac
men's-
State right now.
Yeah, men's
I
basketball.
should have took that.
Side quest
I got
throughout the-
accepted into Sac State. I should have went. I would have finished. But yeah, it was definitely an experience. And then you have to think about it like this. Not only was she the hoodoo priestess in the community, she owned her own metaphysical. She owned a conjure
Yeah,
shop.
she had a conjure
She
shop.
was also a priestess in the religion. She had her old school Aleke's. People, it's the little things that you miss. She was highly initiated, crowned, and probably scratched. Okay,
Scratched.
So yeah, so you can be scratched. So for instance, if I was fully initiated into Ifa, and they did a reading, it's like a Ita, like a reading of your life, and it is that I am to be scratched voodoo, meaning that I can practice both. I can be scratched Palo Mayambi or whatever the case is. So that's just her and the aura that she gave, some of the things that she did. They made her the pillar of the community, which hoodoo priestess back then were. They were midwives, they were healers, they owned general stores for spiritual practices. They were just all around bad women. Like, everybody wants to be Annie that practices hoodoo at some point.
So
You know?
you've never seen it, right?
No.
All right, so I'm not gonna give you a spoiler, but I'm gonna give you a detail.
Okay.
So one of the main characters attempted to, because it's a vampire movie, obviously.
Right.
One of the main characters attempted to bite another character in the movie, but the other character in the movie had on a mojo bag
Okay.
from this
Miss
practitioner,
Annie.
right.
and
You couldn't.
they were unable to bite this person because his mojo bag was so powerful.
It was like a shield around him.
Yeah.
It was a shield. However, if you pay attention to the end of the movie,
Do not tell him. First of all, why haven't you? You are a spooky enthusiast. Take your ass to the movie theater.
because he don't like black people.
You know what? Don't do that.
I just talked about how much I would get down for Michael B. Jordan. What are we talking about here?
He loves me. I'm black people.
I,
No, we just playing with him.
I think I haven't been to the movies since Nosferatu, and that was because she wanted to go.
Oh, okay.
I just don't really.
No, you have to.
You have
listen.
I haven't even watched
maybe-
your video yet because I'm like, I should
Don't.
probably watch it.
I wouldn't
before.
watch any videos because it's going to give you
I
spoilers.
haven't seen any
I would.
videos.
This is what I want you to do. I want you to go watch it, even if it's on a matinee.
Okay.
With the little man, because there's not a lot of jump scares in there. It's not a super scary
No,
movie.
y'all got me with that before because that's what Vanessa said about Nosferatu, and I was sitting there fucking pissing myself 3 times.
Nosferatu was. This is Kittyland compared to Nosferatu.
Right.
Yeah, it's not as scary.
There's not a lot of scary scenes in here. It's not a lot of jump scares.
You should go see it
the
too, George.
thing that might scare you the
Yeah,
most
no, you guys
is a rattlesnake attempting to bite somebody. That was the scariest thing.
That was nah.
It's on some
You
holes.
have to see it.
Okay.
You have to. You have
When
to.
is it out on Netflix or?
Why not
I
just go
highly
see
doubt.
it? in the
Because that
theater?
costs money,
Yeah.
Miss Fresh. We just talked about how I got like
How
$30
I'm
in my
about to
bank
call
account.
my mama
Listen,
and cuss her
listen
off for
here,
putting
sir.
me on this ghetto.
My friend loves putting. My
expensive
friend
earth.
every birthday he goes. My parents decided to hit it raw 28 years ago, and now I got a car payment.
Hello, facts.
Crazy.
And then I decided to do that to my own children. What was we thinking? We should have just been the fly aunties and uncle.
Now, in my defense, though, We have amazing fucking kids.
They are.
They're gorgeous. They're bad, and we got some pretty big kids that are gonna make us some money in the long run.
Are
So
you trying
all
to
I'm
set
saying
my son
is,
up to be a football
listen,
player?
My son, I don't think I understand, yo. I have a 15-year-old that is 6'3", 335 pounds.
It's all them GMO chicken nuggets.
Yeah, some dinosaur chicken nuggets. Them ones get you real muscular.
Hey, George's brother's about to walk into the NFL and be like, they're gonna be like, what led you to success? He's gonna be like, Hot Pockets.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
Hot dogs.
And
Hot dogs.
Lots of hot dogs.
Lots of hot
Yeah.
dogs
the
from
scary
Costco.
part about it is, my son's in the 9th grade.
Yeah,
He's a
He
beast.
just started honing his strength.
yeah.
He has
But you still let him have it though, right?
Oh yeah,
Of course.
I'd whoop his
Yeah,
ass.
what he
I'll be
want.
telling him square
All
up for no reason.
my kids are spoiled. They get what they want. I'm taking my kids to Mexico. in
No,
2
I mean
weeks.
like let him have it. Like
Oh,
you still
I'll-
gotta let him know. Like
He's probably watching right now. Hey, K5, I will beat your ass at any moment if you ever decide to get out of pocket. I don't care if I got a fat bitch choking me. I don't care what it is.
Why are you running?
And your
No,
mom
but,
and your mom's gonna follow up. She's gonna help me jump you.
But yeah, if you haven't seen the movie, our ADHD,
gotta-
sorry, y'all.
you
Y'all
gotta watch
have
it,
to
bro.
go see it.
It was phenomenal.
the reviews I've seen from anybody credible has said it's good.
I'm 39 years old. I'll be 40 next month.
What are we
I've-
doing?
We're going to Mexico.
We're going.
I mean,
Mexico?
you could come.
Oh, okay.
You could come.
George, we going?
Yeah, bro.
I don't know.
I got my passport. My passport's fresh. I got a
No,
fresh
We can't even get y'all to go nowhere in the fucking city with us.
Nah, I'm
come
be like,
on.
yeah,
Whoa,
y'all,
whoa, whoa.
nah,
We don't
y'all
even
fake,
bingo
y'all
night.
fake.
Hey, y'all,
be like, yeah, we
they're
went
not
to
our
such
real
and such
friends. We don't
birthday.
hang
I'm
out.
like, damn,
We don't
where
hang out
was
with
the
them outside of work.
invite?
They don't
Like,
even spend time with us. Like Austin came
They
over
don't
for
like
Christmas
us.
and we haven't seen him again.
Austin.
He realized he really
Austin-
had real black friends. He was like, I'm not.
No,
It was
but
a drive-by on Christmas, y'all. It was
It
scary.
was not a drive by. I was over there for like 2 hours.
yeah, you are. It's not a drive-by. No, but in all seriousness, see the movie.
Okay.
Also, shout out to everybody that booked Bali.
Y'all coming up.
Okay.
Man, Bali gang, we are in the building.
Because I see some of them in the chat. Thank you. We just had our second meet and greet on Sunday, and we just discussed all of the excursions and different things that we want to do. So shout out to y'all. Also,
So, are you more excited for Temple Run, or are you more excited for?
why? Oh,
I'm-
no. It
No.
literally you're ATVing. And
It's
it
an
looks
ATV.
Like
You're going
in
through
Temple
caves,
Run.
bro, on an ATV.
Yeah, it
in
looks
Bali.
like real life Temple Run. I've never seen no shit
And
like that.
and they're trying to go. All right. I'm sorry, Austin. Listen, this is the white person in me. We're going whitewater rafting. I'm so fucking excited.
Oh.
I've been trying to whitewater raft.
Tell me about it, dude.
for so long.
Dude.
I'm so excited.
I'm really
Freaking
sick
rad,
of all
man.
three, y'all.
I'm so excited.
Bringing your own paddles.
Listen.
No, I'm not taking my own paddles. This is
Oh, no,
Bali.
it's-
You
hey,
know how much
completely
it
fine,
costs?
dude. They definitely got
Erica's
their own
calling me
paddles
out
out
in the
there.
comments that you just said you only had $30 in my in your bank. Yeah, till like next week.
Listen.
But then
My
I'll
bank
have
account was
$20.
overdrafted $18 on the way here. Don't be judging him.
Yeah, and do we not know what month it is, people?
Right.
yeah, come on.
Listen,
Yeah.
we got
Come on now.
responsibilities.
21 days.
My
Listen.
rent is beating my ass. I
My
can't
rent is
wait.
beating my, and the funny thing is my rent hits and then my car payment is like bah bah. And it's like, ah fuck. Ah.
Yes.
Listen.
No. Oh.
Ah.
Listen,
Don't even get
my
me
car
started.
payment. It's crazy because we have a pretty nice car.
Yeah.
Our car payment don't kick our ass. Our
Mine
car
does.
insurance got us by that.
Oh, yeah,
that Melvin
My bad.
chokehold. I'm telling
My
you.
car insurance
Deleted
takes
it.
my whole car payment up to like $1,000. And I'm
My
like,
car
God,
insurance is $580 something.
Oh, my
I don't.
God.
I don't.
And that's not my
that's
renter
renter-
insurance.
No. That's included
No, it's
with
not.
it.
The renter insurance is another $20.
No, it's included.
We
in
pay
it.
almost
Same
$600.
shit.
I promise.
Listen,
It's
it's very
bad.
expensive to be an adult. See,
Yep.
if y'all thought y'all was gonna get some frontin' ass content creators, this ain't the show for you. We are human. I know everybody like to.
Why
make
do you
like
think-
they rich? But
Why
we
do you
are
think it
everyday
takes me
people.
so long to make videos for Truly Bizarre? Because I'm working on everybody else's content so I can buy a Hot Pocket.
Man, listen.
Not a hot pocket. No, dino
We
chicken
don't even
nuggets.
got real cell phones. I'd be having to call her from a can and a string.
Oh,
From the other room, I'd be like,
Actually, he's not going to be a part of Tarot and Tea because we'll never get anything done.
That's how your episodes
I
will
do
be
want to bring
recorded.
up though. I recently posted over the last week the creepy internet videos to Calls From Beyond.
Ooh.
Some of y'all people were like genuinely scared in the comments. So I'm sorry, maybe I won't do that anymore. But it sounds like you guys want more
The
of
show,
that.
Yeah, because it's called Calls From Beyond. We weren't meaning beyond like the United States and New York. We were meaning from like the dead and the paranormal and yeah.
Yeah, and I showed like real. Well, and it was a little more than that. Like I showed like the Dimebag Darrell shooting video. Granted, you don't see the shooting on camera, but you see like just right of it. There's like the rake video, but I guess you guys like that, so I guess we can keep doing that. Oh, Jessica, that hurt me. My bank account went from 1,300 to 100 in less than 30 seconds.
Oh,
listen,
my goodness.
listen.
What happened?
She said, Jessica was like, listen, my bank account went from 1,300 to 100 in less than 30 seconds.
My
Listen.
rent is more than people's mortgages. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Far beyond.
I talked to my dad about his mortgage, and I'm like, I pay double.
I was talking about people's current mortgage, like people who buy a house right now.
Yeah.
My rent is higher than their mortgage right now.
No,
My-
his
my-
too. Higher than his dad's mortgage.
Well, my dad bought in 03, so I shouldn't have been fucking around
That's
in
a
kindergarten.
good mortgage. That's like a $600 payment.
And that was they had to refi and almost got foreclosed on in 08.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
A refi payment at $600 is crazy. Alexandria, I think it was Alexandria. Yeah, it was.
Alexandria, that's a good video. That one, I saw that one a few years ago, and that one made me. She's saying the one with the tornado. So there's a video, and I show it, and it's a family, or it's not even a family. It's just a group of people in a convenience store as a tornado is going over them.
Oh, okay.
And you play, and it's like a 15-minute video.
Oh, I think I know exactly
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
I was talking about Christy, though, not Alexandria. Christy, I feel your pain, sis. I feel your pain. Listen, we have a 15-year-old, and I was teaching him how to drive. I told him to ease his foot off the brake, and he let the brake go completely. We almost crashed into the wall.
Oh.
You know what?
We almost crashed into the wall. I
Yeah.
said, listen, sir, you get out. I would back my own car up. You get out.
We're done for today.
So
the end of the lesson.
while I was gone, a whole bunch of like very important events happened. The
Yeah, the
Pope
Pope.
died.
By J.D. Vance, which stands
Yeah.
for Just Killed the Pope.
I'm not going to lie. That shit was mad.
It's suspicious.
Suspicious.
Well,
You went to see the Pope the day before he died, bro?
okay. Here's the thing, though. I have another layer. Okay, so I do a show called Tangled Rights with my lawyers, and they were talking about it because I was joking. I was like, "Yo, JD Vance stands for Just Killed the Pope," and they were like, "Okay, but also the Pistons haven't won a playoff game the entire time he was Pope. The day he dies, they win a playoff game." So they're thinking that they got JD Vance, they blackmailed JD Vance into doing it.
Interesting.
The Pistons.
Yeah, because they won a playoff game immediately after
So
he
what do you
died.
guys think about what they say is gonna happen now?
With-
Y'all ain't been watching my shit, and it shows. But
Whoa, we covered the Pope. There's so
No,
much
she
that
put
has
out a
changed.
video. She put out a video on
he
it.
looks so confused.
Covered the Pope.
He was so-
We were trying to figure out how he died, and now there's
There's
now.
conspiracy. So
there-
fill
it's
us in,
Saint
fill us in.
Malachi. It's a what is it called? I think it's a book that was written hundreds of years ago. It's called The Prophecy of. Look it up. It's a pope.
Malachi, Archbishop of Armagh, is an
Yeah.
Irish saint who is
Malachi, whatever.
Archbishop of Armagh, to whom were attributed several miracles and alleged vision of 112 popes. Oh, him, yeah, the one
Yeah.
who's like, I can see 112 popes.
Well, he was right. His predictions were right. And so in the consensus of my video, I just had to know, how come they get to be called prophets and I'll get called a witch? Okay? Or I get called...
That's crazy though.
I think
Yes.
it's because they didn't have TikTok then. I think if they had TikTok, they'd
No,
probably be
but-
called.
They be like, you stinking witch.
Why is it that if you subscribe to certain religions,
I'm trying to look for this book.
you're
Hold on.
considered
It's the
a
prophecy of the
prophet,
Popes.
Yes, there
and
it
if
goes.
you're subscribed to certain religions, you're considered a witch.
It's just like how when we grow up, we think the war on terror is good. And then we find out when you actually look into it, no, it's just for oil and for political gain.
Yes.
It's just because it's how you're
because
taught.
Christianity and Catholicism is big bucks. Okay?
Big
it's
bucks.
big.
I'm thinking about opening one.
Yeah.
A church?
Shoot. I thought about it
Tax
too.
exemption.
Hey, all I'm saying is non-profits is the way to go,
Nonprofit
bro.
is the
Church.
most profitable
No,
shit.
people are scammers when it comes to nonprofit.
Yeah.
I know somebody who was so much of a scammer with a nonprofit that they lied about having a degree. It was a fake doctor.
Yep, and I still don't like you or your fake ass dress that you tried.
What was the dude? What was the
Fuck
dude
you,
who,
Dr.
like,
Doolittle.
who was the guy? There was a guy, I want to say in Florida, who was like an OBGYN, but he didn't have a
The
degree.
black dude.
Yeah, and he was
He
just
was
looking
young
at
too. He
women.
was like
young.
16.
Yeah, he was like
He
16.
reminds me of Robert, not Robert, Leo Caprio, whatever.
I'm sorry, he would have had to catch the fade, bro.
Leo, whatever.
Leo
You know,
DiCaprio.
Catch Me If You Can, dude.
No,
Oh,
he,
yeah.
He would have had to catch the fade. Could you imagine your mom going to get an
I was
OBGYN
just at
appointment
the
by a
OB
16-year-old?
last week. I was at the OB last
Well, you're
week.
gonna live there, of course.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
I'm gonna be there for.
Fortunately, but
It's
fortunately.
it's 5 minutes from our house, so
Oh,
I actually
that's
just
not
drop her off and then I go.
That's
You're
fine.
just, that's never going to happen.
Yeah.
What?
I know your significant other. You're never dropping her off and just going.
No.
No, I absolutely am. She was like, just go.
Oh, because that's because you got little man in the back seat.
Correct, and he's just.
It's
Yeah.
probably better.
I
Okay.
only went last week for that. I don't want to talk about it yet because I know her mom watches the show. Found out her mom's a big fan of the show. She showed
real?
me.
Shout
She
out,
pulled up her
moms.
phone and showed me subscribed to Calls From Beyond and subscribed to Truly Bizarre. She's like, I go
Yeah.
in and do my likes.
Aw. Shout out to
Shout
you.
out Mama V.
Yes.
So I was like, okay. All right. So I can't say nothing
remember
right
the
now.
lady that pretended to be black, Rachel Dolezal. I also have a one-sided beef with her. It's very
one-sided beef?
parasocial.
It was
Yes.
with cornrows. They was too nice.
And on
She
top
taught
of
at
it,
HBCU and got grants.
or
Jesus.
no, I don't know if that's the lady, but Rachel Dolezal, she was like the president of the NAACP for her chapter for
Somebody
her.
keep talking about our audio.
Yeah,
is not
it's
synced. They
it might
keep
just
saying
be,
it.
It might be an internet thing.
I'm wondering, is it their phone or is it us?
No,
Is
it's
anybody else having audio sync issues?
our bad if so. But yeah, it just comes down to Catholicism, Christianity.
It's always gonna be right.
It's
Who are we to question it?
It's ridiculous. Even
Right, George?
you have
100%.
so many psychic mediums
Correct.
in the church, like especially in. Only thing I could talk about is the black church, because your grandma would be like, I had a vision. You be careful going out. How you know, grandma? I just know some things. Them people be whole psychic mediums.
Yeah, and then now you know, and
And
you're like, hold up,
prophets.
grandma.
Right, and prophets. Like my grandmother, my great grandmother, God bless her soul, she could tell when my mama was pregnant every time. My mama lied every damn time, and she'd be like, I'm not pregnant. I'm not pregnant. She would wait until she was like 4 months old, because that girl was sneezing babies out in the damn 90s. Shout out to you, mom. I mean, she would cough
Sneezing
and a baby
babies out
would be
in
on
the
the ground.
90s.
And she would dream of fishes. You know, this is a thing in the black community, in hoodoo. Dream of fishes. I dreamt of a fish, and it was not me. So shout out to all my friends.
The puffer fish.
That puffer fish. But I have an announcement to make.
No, don't.
It ain't me.
Okay, I was
I
gonna say,
ain't
I'm
the
like,
fish.
girl, no, come on, be one of
No,
us.
so you know my sister, she just had a baby, right? So
Right.
I was teasing her, and I was like, "You better not get pregnant again." I
Oh,
dreamed of a
no.
fish, right? Tell me why I think Cynthia is pregnant again, bruh. I cannot.
So if anybody wants kittens and,
No.
and a cat
Hear
at the
me
same
out.
time, you can have them both.
hear me out.
Take the cat and the
Okay,
kittens.
I was supposed to take her when I first got her,
Mm.
maybe a week when I first got her in the house. She was crying so much, and she was crying where her kittens are, because the lady that has the kittens live right across from me.
Right.
And so I heard, because they keep the window open, and I heard her kittens crying for her. So I said, would you like to go outside to see your babies? Okay. Why did I treat her like a
She
dog?
went out and hoed out.
No, let me tell you what this
Hold
mother...
out.
No, it gets
Came
worse.
back-
Hold on.
I was about to
let
say
me
a cuss
finish.
word. She came back with a whole man.
Okay. That heifer
whole man.
took a beeline away from, she stopped at
Jumped
the door,
over the
looked
wall.
at her kittens crying in somebody else's window, and said, fuck them kids, and jumped the wall and went to the cat club.
And
I
now
ain't see
she's
her for
coming back
12
to our
hours.
crib with her
Yes.
ass out.
Yes, she did the walk
Want
of
to get her
shame.
back scratched.
So I said, I was so worried. I said, oh my God, how could I be so stupid?
Mom,
this is not a dog.
Dad, Mom,
I
Dad.
said, this is not a dog. This,
She
you
thought,
cannot
no,
do
she
that,
thought she was going to
Bree.
let her dog outside to go.
And
to
then
go
she was
pee,
gonna come
and
back.
She would come right
No,
back.
yeah, no.
No, and so whenever she came back, because I was so worried, I was like, oh my God. And I was sitting in my office. You know how the windows right there. I seen her walking with a ninja cat, one of her baby daddies.
A YN.
Why?
A YN. I must have went
He
to
had a
that
ski mask
door.
on.
I said, "Sister, get your ass." And she come trolloping. She looked at me like, and
And when she came in the house, guess what? She had a patch missing
from
in
the back.
between her shoulders. Because that's where the men cat latch on when they going for a
Is that
rat.
the technique?
That's
I'm
the they
assuming. I'm
I was
assuming.
asking.
They bite.
Me to you, Mr. Fred. Is that the
I'm
technique?
just.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
try
That's
it.
what I heard. I don't
I'm
know
gonna try
how.
it. Hey, bite the bra.
I said, Lord.
Don't let him go.
So then, like, I was like, I thought she had wingworm. I'm
Just
so
fight down
goofy.
hard, son.
I'm so goofy and green. I'm like, oh, she maybe got a wingworm. And I start putting like some
She's got 8 of them in there.
No, she
Right.
didn't eat cream.
No, it was just, it grew back. It's fully intact. And so the other day, I'm like, no, my daughter, shout out to the nosy spiritualist that's probably a medium herself. Maybe like 2 weeks later after I let her out, and she went out more than 12 hours, y'all. My daughter's like, since he's pregnant. And
No,
I was
our
like,
daughter-
what?
Our daughter is the worst version of her.
Since he's pregnant.
If
Like
y'all-
no filter yet.
No, listen. If y'all think that her tarot readings are on point, wait until you meet the protege. Like the protege is way more skilled.
See, the
than
protege,
master.
the protege never gave me a reading. She just begged me to babysit.
No, she.
Oh, she loves
listen,
kids.
She begged me to
loves
babysit
kids.
little man.
Yes.
She's so anointed, and she's so.
I'm sorry, just send his out of pocket. Said he had the Timbs and socks on when he
I
hit.
swear.
Listen.
And then,
Oh my
Said
god!
that. I think he had a black amount in his mouth when he was hit.
Oh
I
my god!
swear, when he brought her home, he was a gentleman too. Brought
He
her
walked
home.
her home. Like here's
And I said, I was so infuriated because she played me, y'all, and I have never had a cat before. So I'm like, she gonna come right back to
what are
mama.
the movements that George just did, bro?
You gotta
And so,
rewind that one.
She's like, since he's pregnant, I'm like,
George,
how
I
you
need
know?
George-
She was like, no, she's pregnant. Ask your pendulum.
George, I need you to find a video because this was Brie. Just look up Adam Duck,
on it.
and it'll be a duck like in a pond.
No,
running
are
away.
Are we going to dismiss the fact that George was just dry humping the air?
No, he
Like-
was like,
Oh,
that's
right.
how that,
They didn't
that-
see it. It didn't happen.
They didn't see it. That's why
That's how
you can't
that
have me
ninja
over here
cat had
crying
me.
for no reason.
I was like, I can't. So
You said what? Ninja
Adam,
cat?
Adam Duck.
Duck, run away.
I think the fish was Cincy, y'all. That's the whole consensus of the damn
that what was a
story.
I think it's that top one. But if you could play it with the audio on, I just want
No,
Noah
they
to hear this.
don't.
Hell no. Like, what's
Hold
her
on,
name?
let-
Layla? Layla, we not doing
Oh
that.
yeah,
Like Adam going for his first swim.
This is
Be
you with the
careful,
cat.
Adam.
Yes,
That was Sissy.
that
Hey.
was me.
Hey,
Swear
she
to-
smelled the hot dog. She said, where that?
I swear.
Where that?
That was me because I was like, okay, you're gonna go visit your kids. She looked at them kids and said, "Fuck the kids."
Shaman
No.
said he had 3 shots of Henny and a honey
I
pack.
swear to God, on me.
Hey.
And he knew they knew they was dead ass wrong. And you know, I truly firmly believe that since he has 2 baby daddies, rest in peace to one of them. He got laid out in the middle of the street.
Because you know cats can get pregnant more than once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So,
Yeah,
like,
no.
she had the gray cats by the one cat that I suspected. And then she got one tuxedo cat.
Did you make a t-shirt with wings on them?
Man, I'm
for
finna put
No, we
him
didn't,
on
but
my
look,
security camera so I
today-
can really do that.
We call him K5. Today, K5, the oldest. He says, hey, Hex got a different dad than Conjure. Because he said Hex is the ugly one. He said that got the ugly baby dad.
Oh my god!
He looked at them cats and said, your daddy was a little ugly.
He said Hex got the ugly baby dad.
So
Conjure
now,
got the cute one.
and I'm telling you, my
Send that
daughter...
log out, please.
No, for real. He said, your daddy a little ugly, huh? And the gray cat was ugly. But but I said, okay.
Drop them draws.
Yeah,
I said
Denzel.
no.
That's what I'm talking about. Drop them draws, Denzel.
Man,
No,
when I
but-
tell you
but
she
Layla
hot
told us to
in
get a
there.
camera
Yeah.
collar so we can see all the action.
I
do
swear.
not want to see my cat getting ran
No,
over.
you know what? I'm going to go get her fixed because who would have thought? Like, I am so disappointed. I'm almost embarrassed to tell TikTok. This cat, I feel like my grandma in the 90s was talking about my mama. She pregnant again.
Hold on, but we content creators. I wonder
I
if there's a
can't.
cat hub somewhere. I'm just saying.
No. But you
I
can post your
monetize?
adventures on TikTok. It'll do well.
Yes.
Cat
Just
hub.
cut
I'm
out
just-
the-
I'm
the
just trying to
hookup.
say.
She would have to get.
We should
get
start cat
fixed
hubs.
first because
Mr. Fresh, I think that's a felony.
Why?
yeah, I
Bestiality?
sure did. Hex is the
I
ugly
mean,
one.
she
Don't
wanted
be
it.
talking
I didn't
about
force her to do the video. She did it on her own.
What?
Nevada is a one
Cat
one
hub.
party
I'm just
consensus.
saying.
Oh, listen. First of all, my son in the comment
For
said,
Darren said, no, not the
educational
cat cam.
the
purposes.
ugly one. Hex is not, and Hex has a heart on the side of him. He's really cute. He's just a YN. He's a YN, bro. He is so bad. He beats the shit out of Conjure, and he's just.
Can you? Okay, I need to hear their full names again because that makes.
He's gold on class. So, oh, you probably are. So, Hex's name is Hex. DeMarcus, or no, that's the other one. Jaquan, Hex Jaquan, Jamosis Spider-Man.
Jamarcus.
No, I showed you. No, this is
I know, but it's just like
No, I'm about to
Spider-Man
send
at
this.
the
I'm
end.
sending
Just
some
like-
of this shit.
But Hex, his middle name is Daquan.
Okay,
Yeah.
Because he's a YN.
he's a
He's
YN.
a YN,
And then
bro.
did Flash do SpongeBob, or not SpongeBob? Spider-Man.
No, I
No.
did. Well, kind of. No. The little one did.
Okay.
So Tootie said Spider-Man, and I was like, why? He said because he climbs on everything.
Yeah, but he's
No,
real life
no,
Jamarcus Spider-Man.
I'm going to
He climbs
send-
up my screens, bro.
No, I
Screen?
sent it to
Like-
I sent-
Like in the window.
He'll
Come
be in
here.
a windowsill. He'll climb up the
Come here,
screen
George.
in a
Oh
windowsill.
my god.
Oh,
I
whoa.
swear to God, I'm gonna send this to you. I sent this to my assistant.
Calls from Beyond or email.
Like, these cats is bad as shit, and I blame everybody. I blame you, everybody that's a cat. You got a cat,
Yeah.
your fault too.
I just
No
had to
one
take my
told
cat
me.
into the vet too. That was not
I
a
have
fun
a
time.
solo cat.
Every
and
day
she's
is hump day,
spayed. No,
spray
your
and
cat.
neuter.
Yeah, your cat is fertile, obviously.
They said every day
Very
is
fertile.
hump day, spray and neuter. All right,
No,
so
yeah, I'm about to.
here's the confession. I got a female cat. I got 2 male cats and 2 female dogs, and nobody is sprayed and neutered. But we just don't let the dogs get out.
Yeah, our pets are inside.
We just don't let the dogs get
I
out.
don't. I feel like I
My
don't want
dogs
nobody
hump their
fixing
beds.
me.
They don't
but
hump.
I
real
feel
people.
you. I feel you.
I don't. I'm
It's
a
bold.
spiritualist, and my cats, my dogs, they have never even had interaction with other dogs. They were scared of the kittens, like terrified, like what?
They were scared of
what
me.
the
What is
hell
this
is
thing?
that?
Yeah.
But
My dogs are super.
I'm
funny.
sorry, they're old too, so no, I'm not doing that. But that hooker, she's getting that one hot in the
Yeah.
draws, as
Nah,
we say in the
she
community.
she gonna get out or get gone because we gonna have to do something.
Yeah. There's
Why
no
don't you,
tax
like,
breaks for.
You know what
cat
you should do is
kittens.
like
It
what they
should
do
be.
in the South.
I sent it to the chat. Are you able to email it? I didn't send it to the email because it's not letting me. Hold on.
Oh, I don't know if
text
that one can pull up
message
the chat because that's not logged into the iMessage.
Okay, hold on. Let me try
But
this
you
one more
you can send
time.
it.
I might be able
Airdrop.
to. Yeah, I could airdrop it.
Airdrop to SE iMac.
Yo, it's wild.
Yo, oh, you did send this one to me.
Something's wrong with these YN. Like, why are you up there? I'm gonna have to probably replace that screen when I.
Get your deposit back.
Man, listen. Even like the delivery
Nah, I'm
people,
just
they
gonna
Max
go-
said
did.
Hex is evil and literally fights Conjure.
Nah,
I told you.
No,
YN.
listen. It's wild because Conjure deals with the dogs.
Okay.
Hex is afraid of the dogs.
Okay.
But Hex will beat the shit out of his brother.
Yeah, it's really
And then
bad.
go lick his mom like he's trying to clean her.
Yes, he cleans
He's-
Cincy.
Yeah, my cats clean each
I
other.
didn't know. No, but I've never seen a kitten.
She don't want
Yeah.
it. She don't want it. Like she
She
goes
be
and
like,
hides under tables.
You don't want
Like
me
leave me
bothered.
alone, bro.
She said, "Nah, you're rubbing off the street."
No,
Yes,
seriously.
yes. Well, she's not allowed outside anymore. I don't give a damn.
Hey, maybe she don't like him licking her because she don't want to smell like another man when she.
No,
Pop
she's
out.
only been out once. I'm so like embarrassed. I can't believe she out here
George-
making
George
me
has
look
it.
like a
So this is
irresponsible
Hex?
lady. That's Hex. And
Please.
do you know the horror? Whenever I figured out, I just was sitting there working, and you know how you see something out the corner of your fucking eye, and I thought it was a ghost. It was him, and then he taught the other one how. That's
Okay, so now what's the other cat's name?
Hex and Conjure.
no Conjure
Full
Conjure
government name.
Jabarkis, because he thought he was a dog when I first brought
I
him
remember
home.
you telling me about that.
Yes, Conjure, Jabarkis, Jaquan, or Daquan, one of them. There's a Jaquan and Daquan. That's Jaquan up there.
And then do we got like Captain America? at the
No,
end of
he's
that
a
one?
punk. I need him to stop letting his brother whoop his ass like that. Like
He gets his ass whooped.
Yeah, my cats are the same way. I have Lydian and Orion, and Lydian is a month older, and he beats the shit out of Orion. And then eventually Orion will like, it's really funny because like Lydian will be laying on his side, kind of letting him attack him, and Orion like you see him like kind of like,
These people,
No, but how do you beat your brother's ass and then go and hide from the dogs? It's crazy.
It's the
it's
circle
pretty
of life, Mr. Fresh.
But the one who gets beat up, he was going in the cage today with the dogs.
He was wearing him out today. Like, I put them inside of their kennel so I can clean up the mess they made. Because when I was out of town, not only did they break 2 Orisha statues, they knocked over my ancestor water. Somebody shit in the back of the litter. So it was just like in disarray. But he was wearing my poor
Michaela's grooming me. Says Captain America needs to fight back.
Man, listen.
So you got SpongeBob or Spider-Man, Captain America.
But you know what? Then that's why I named them Hex and Conjure, because Hex, that you think about hotness. I mean, I basically gave him the YN title just by naming him Hex, and then Conjure is just more of a kind of like a little. He an old man. He be falling asleep, sitting up, like.
You got Maxie Poo in the chat too. She in there too.
Oh, and
So I'm assuming all the
yeah,
kiddos.
he was growling. Yep.
Listen, all my kids are here. All my kids are super excited. We're about to take our.
Is the trash taken out? No, I'm just kidding.
No,
we're
I was just about to
we're about
say,
to take
I
our
hope y'all
annual
did y'all's
Dixon family
yours.
vacation.
Nice.
Every year we take a massive vacation for our children.
Right.
Since
big.
you need to be on WIC.
Hey,
No,
you're,
for real.
You're your only kid's travel agent.
No,
Listen,
seriously.
You guys do
all
a
right.
good
So
job.
this was my thing. I have a daughter, right? So I don't never want a YN to come and take my daughter to LA for the weekend,
And she
think
excited.
that she getting pampered.
No, but she's like,
Like-
no. Where's the 3-week cruise?
No, for real.
I'm
I don't
stealing that.
Mr.
Yeah.
Fresh,
No,
it's a great idea.
You're
Mr. Fresh.
raggedy. You're dusty.
I'm dead ass
No,
serious.
no,
though.
seriously.
I
Daughters
don't
learn how
never
to be
want-
treated from
Yeah,
their
you're
dad.
dusty ass
even
son
not even daughters,
cannot
even my
do that.
sons. Even
Yeah.
my sons, because now
Oh,
you
that's
got
funny.
Well, they
you
see
got-
how you treat
Yes.
Noah,
that
how
too,
you taking
yeah.
her out all the time.
Yeah, like so
It's perfect.
they see the effort that I put into their mom. They see that I buy their mom, some of the finer things. Even when
I am
I ain't
very
got it.
spoiled.
Even when I ain't got it, I take care of her. Like
Yep.
she got some diamond earrings she don't even wear no more. But we
I've
ain't
had
gonna
them
talk
for
about
4 years, and
that. She's probably worn 3 times in 4 years.
I looked at him
I'm
like,
talking
don't
about
believe him. It's
like
true, though.
over 1 carat studs. She's probably only worn
Well,
like
hear
3
me
times.
out. I lost one, and I had
Ray,
to,
go ahead and log out.
So
Ray said, "Can you apologize and tell Noah the litter box was me? The Chipotle be hitting with the Henny."
I can't. But shout out to you, Ray.
You guys
He's
are gone
of
for
my
1 week, and
patrons.
they're like, it's like the substitute teacher.
No, seriously. But shout out to Ray. He is one of my patrons. We be
Ray's
having
just
a
an
time on Patreon. Shout out.
No,
But
Ray's way more active than I heard.
Yeah.
Like Ray's more active than I thought he was.
No, and then
Like
he,
she was like, "Oh my God, that's Ray! I didn't even know that was Ray."
no, because he comes in my inbox like, it's me.
It's
Ray Alexander. I said, Ariana, what are you doing here? Like, it's a totally different screen name over
Right.
there. So I just appreciate all my patrons that's in the chat. And if you're not on Patreon,
What we doing?
come on
Come on.
over.
And
$5
ain't
can
that-
change your life.
$5 is the
I
cheapest.
do have to say thank you to the Calls from Beyond community because I
Yes.
have been my new kind of thing I've been doing is Twitch streaming, and they've been gifting subs, they've been donating, they've been hanging out,
That's dope.
and so I'm just appreciative of
That's
you guys
dope.
here
Yes.
and over there.
I'm
But
gonna
that's
need
what they
you
do
to-
for us.
I'm gonna need you to teach me everything,
Yep.
bro, because I don't know Listen, I'm for real old school gamer.
Right.
Like
Pong.
no, like
hoop
real
and
shit.
stick.
Real shit. I played Atari. Like I started
Yeah.
playing Atari. Like I didn't play Atari when it was old. I was
No,
playing Atari.
you were like, you got it when it first
Yeah,
dropped,
like,
and you were like finishing
so-
college. No, I'm just kidding.
I had the regular Game Boy
next to
before it was
Jesus.
Game Boy Color.
Right.
Like all of
Yeah,
that
the
shit.
Game Boy Advance.
You know, when me and the homies, when we hung out in high school, we was playing the guy with the golden gun. Like we was playing on a Nintendo,
Yeah.
the 4 controller joint.
Yeah, I totally feel that because like before I had any of these, I had started on a Sega Genesis, which is still in my dad's house, still has
Sega.
it.
Sega
And then
is the
my
shit.
first console was a PS2, the fat one, and I know it was OG because we sent it in 3 times to get
That's the one
refurbished.
when you press the button on the right hand side to get the disc out.
They're-
Your son's roasting you.
And you
know
can press
you're
the
worse.
select button. You can press the select button to turn it into a disco ball. We used to have dance parties,
What?
bro.
What?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
PlayStation 2, you
Yeah.
press the select button, turn it to a dance party. It's a disco ball to come on the screen. And
Bro,
I
that
was-
sounds so lit. Whoa.
listen, and
Easter
hold on.
eggs?
One more thing to tell y'all how old I am. I'm so old Dead.
How old are you?
I'm so old that up, down, left, right, ABC
Ray, you're
start.
funny. Ray said, "What's the age gap?" Austin and Fresh are like about the same. Okay, so funny thing,
hell
George
no.
is actually the youngest.
Yeah, he's the baby.
I'll be 28 in October.
I'm 11 years older than this man, y'all.
I'm 34.
George, how old are you? 18.
It says 26 on my birth certificate, but
Cuba
I'm from
though.
Cuba, so
Yeah.
I'm
It might not be
probably
real.
38.
It might not be real, y'all. He's an immigrant.
I could be 38.
You
Actually, I
have
gotta be
a-
careful with what I say on these shows.
George's mustache is 45.
Definitely born in Las Vegas.
No, so
You ain't let me hear. I was trying to say one thing.
okay, well, what was you trying? I thought that was the one thing that
Up,
you
down,
old as
left, right,
shit.
ABC start. That's all I wanted to say.
Up, down, left,
right.
left,
I remember
left, right,
ABC
left, right.
start.
Yep.
Select start.
No,
which was
up,
because
down,
that's
left,
the
right,
Deftones
ABC
song
start.
too.
That's Sonic cheat code. You can skip all the levels. Up, down,
Y'all
left,
should
right,
start
ABC
a gaming channel together because I don't know what the hell y'all. I know what y'all talk about.
George,
I don't know what the hell
we
y'all
bring
talking
back
about.
we bring back Gamer Junkies.
Not gamer junk.
That's what it's called.
Gamer Junkies is the greatest idea that ever came out of Sticky Paws that never
It didn't have
saw the day of light.
It just didn't have
It
enough
didn't have enough
runway
time.
because we left.
Yeah.
but it was
So why
us.
be game? Why Gamer Junkies? Why not be Gamer Bros?
Oh,
No, the name is who cares at this point.
Mr.
Yeah.
Fresh, you think we're fucking using
All I'm
that
saying-
fucking
listen,
name?
listen. Hey, why more got the arcade joints, bro? We could get the arcade joint and we could play like stream arcade joints or whatever. Like
Yeah.
we should talk.
Yeah, no. It's all about. Here's the thing. The reason why that was so good, and if you haven't seen it, you should go back and watch it. It's everybody is playing together in the same room, and that's the key part.
Yeah,
because you
'cause
get
Like
yeah.
we had George
man.
screaming at me because I wasted 45 minutes in GTA 5 trying to find the jet. And he yelled at me. He's like, I did all my fucking work today so I could play video games, and I die in 30 seconds. And this motherfucker right here spends
And
45
y'all was
minutes
playing in the same live.
in the back room at Sticky Paws. We would all that big ass TV. We would all just pop up right there. We'd put a camera, and we would sit there. And it would be like one time we played UFC, so that was like a 2 people. But then we played GTA, so then it was handoff, and then we did like 1v1s on COD.
Oh, so y'all was playing at a time. It wasn't like y'all was playing together.
Not always. I
that
think
would
the
be
most
dope.
was 2.
That would be dope if y'all was all streaming simultaneously and came together on the same game.
The microphone just cut.
No, I heard it.
You heard
crack.
that?
I think it was me because I moved.
Oh,
and
okay.
Maybe some static.
Oh, wait, there it goes. Yeah, we definitely. I think you guys would do well, and I'll just because I'm only interested in playing one game, and that's South Midnight. And on top of that, I'm playing in story mode, so I could just say, "Oh my gosh, I pushed the button! Look, babe, I killed a Hank."
And he's sitting here for 20 minutes because you saw me struggling a
Yeah,
little bit
beating
there.
the
Like,
shit out of a Hank.
Well, all I'm saying is it's the 29th today, and I already beat Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, he
When did that come out?
does it.
It came out like the 10th.
He will play it.
you know
and
what's
play it.
been? I've been streaming a lot, and they kind of dropped it on us. Was Oblivion remastered from Bethesda? They just there was like a rumor it was going to come out, and then that was like 3 years ago, and then what was it? Last Tuesday, because I was here watching people live stream it while I was working. They just went, "Oh yeah, here it is," and that game originally came out in 2006.
They was trying to get me to buy some game that's like a spinoff of it's a spinoff of
Yeah.
Thank you so
The
much.
Ranch.
This is like a regular conversation with 2 adults with ADHD.
This guy's being
Thank
dudes.
you so
It's
much
guys
for
being dudes.
tuning in this week. No, but in all seriousness, I'm sorry I had to break up the bro code.
My bad.
She saw us having fun. God forbid a
I
man has
have-
hobbies.
You guys
Yeah.
went
I
4
don't-
video games back to back to back.
Yeah,
and
like,
said nothing about what
I will say
It was
this.
awesome. I enjoyed it.
I have to make a quick announcement. I'm going to Cowboy Carter this weekend, and I'm dropping a video. Yep.
I'm going to LA in 2 weeks for a concert,
Oh, cool.
so we about to drop back to back.
Listen, I can't wait to go, but I am going to be making a video on why Beyonce's Cowboy Carter tour is very important for the Black community, as well as the symbolism between Hoodoo, African traditional religions, and Orishas, okay? Because sis don't miss.
I know it's gonna be a good video, but are you ready to be called a witch?
Oh, yeah.
Because that's all it's gonna be.
Okay,
Swifties
so
are gonna
I
be like,
had
"Hey."
a reading from a Babalao this morning, and he he was like, he started reading me, and it's very different. It's not tarot cards. Orishas don't speak through it. And he was like, you walk with the daughters of water. And I'm like, okay. Right, with that, he's like, oya, oshuni yamaya, and I said, okay. He was like, I don't mean no disrespect. You a witch. You a witch.
He's like, let me put this in blatant terms.
He's like natural born. Like, you don't have to do anything. You don't ever have to mix a herb, right? And so he said, but it's okay. I'm the same. Like, I was born with those same natural abilities. And so I was just like, you know what? I'm changing my mind around the word witch and reclaiming it. Like I said, the word witch is like the N word. I feel like some spiritualists have taken it and been like,
Okay, sure, I am.
Right. And then for black women that practice hoodoo, we don't like to be called witches or accused of witchcraft or whatever. But
what would you prefer for me to call you? Madam?
So why don't you switch a word?
I like that.
Switch a letter. Instead of calling yourself a witch, call yourself a watch.
No,
listen.
say
watch.
no, but I got the switch.
Now, I would say that I'm a conjurer. Two-headed doctor, if you will, type of energy.
See, I refer to you because I'm a baby with all this. I refer to you as a spiritualist.
Yeah, spiritualist, different things
like
that.
If that's
but
PC.
It doesn't bother me as much
She's my
whenever
problem
people
solver.
calls me a witch now, because I'm like, yeah, I'll be call me a demon, a witch, the devil, and I am. So why you fucking with me? You really don't believe that I am this entity and this big bad scary wolf, because you wouldn't even be. Half of the people that talk shit to me is on YouTube and it's underneath their government names. And I'm just like, you really cannot believe that I'm a witch or the devil, because you would not be this careless with your top. So I don't care no more. But yeah, they call Beyonce a witch. She just maybe, I don't know. I look at her like a spiritualist, but there is some little.
Whenever
it doesn't,
you're
right?
that good at art, I am always like, you just have that gift.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that it's bad.
I don't think it's a gift,
I just
though.
think-
No, but she did absolutely kill her drummer's cat. So I mean, they.
Wait, what? Hold on. You can't just drop that on us.
What?
No,
That's why I said.
I don't follow Beyonce like that.
She did.
It'd be a lot of shit, like a lot of sacrifices and shit that go on that people don't know about unless you tuned in. Unless you tapped in.
Jay-Z had to, because if he looking like that and he got with
Well,
Beyonce.
Jay-Z sacrificed his nephew,
Oh, okay.
his daughter's son. He bought him a car when he was 16.
Daughter's son.
His sister's
His
son.
sister's son.
I was gonna say that's his
No.
grandson.
Well, it's beyond that, because that's the conspiracy of it all. But when you are in Ifa and you're in, because she is initiated, I believe that she's crowned like priestess type of thing, but it's not. We don't know that. But whenever you're initiated, you can do other things too. Like, they wouldn't require me to stop practicing hoodoo. That's not how this works. The Orisha allow you, if you make certain sacrifices, to do whatever the hell you want. Now, I was saying, like you were saying, like, human sacrifice is different. That's not Ifa. That's not any African traditional religion. And if that was something like voodoo or whatever the case is, that is long removed.
Would that go in the potluck though?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
See, here's my question though. Because like, she is mega rich. Do you think she gets like better herbs, like a little higher quality?
Oh, yeah. She
Herbs, so she could do,
gets
like, a
her
little bit
shit
more.
Probably can get
exported.
the shit that we can't get.
Yes.
Right.
That's
Like
or very
Like
hard to.
drummers' cats and
Like
No,
it's
for
super
real.
hard to get.
She sued her.
It's super hard to get St. John's. Saint John the Conqueror. What's the one?
Boy,
What's the one herb?
John the Conqueror root.
It's hard to get that root,
Yeah,
right?
I remember we looked this
Yes.
one up.
Yes.
ex-drummer accuses Beyonce of black magic, phone tapping, and killing her cat.
Do you think it's fake though?
You mean to tell me
Somebody with that much resource and power. Do you think it's fake?
And that was absolutely
Fake?
her drummer.
No.
No.
That's what
No.
I'm saying.
And so
Here's the thing. We're seeing it like, to take a step away from the spiritual side, which it all ends up falling into the spiritual side, but like, you like Shaq, for example, he's doing side quests. He doesn't need money anymore. He's just trying to have fun. Bezos, Musk, that lizard reptilian from Facebook, who's actually really good at jiu-jitsu, and that's my goal, is to one day compete against him just so I can shoot disgusting, disrespectful takedowns on him. That's my goal. I only ever want to compete when he's there, because I'm gonna turn it into an MMA fight.
yeah.
And then I'll get disqualified, but I still like got a 1-2 on Mark Zuckerberg. But now they're all doing things for like legacy. They're doing things for the plot twist. I feel like Beyonce was like, my drummer's cat.
Well,
Yeah.
and
I'm
all
not
of
saying
this
it's
is
like that.
allegedly. Let me tell you something. Allegedly, Okay, y'all ready for this?
Cox and Wilson, please
a little tea.
add this
Our,
allegedly.
Allegedly, our girl is not as innocent, and nobody is as one used to think she is, because of course there's only so many NDAs until somebody says fuck that NDA, I'm being victimized. It's a lot of things that was scrubbed from the internet. That's not one of them. But that drummer also said there was some sexual. It was a little bit more messier than what was portrayed. That was scrubbed from the internet. It's Holly Bailey and Chloe
and Holly
that
had a whole
lawsuit
situation
against Beyonce and Jay-Z also scrubbed from the internet after Lemonade dropped, because she's responsible for them.
That the Crazy in Love singer is casting magic spells of sexual molestation and has filed for a temporary restraining order against her. A Los Angeles judge, however, immediately denied that request and said, no, she's not doing anything.
Well, of course, because you think about Jay-Z and how he was able to allegedly murder Kathy White and get away with it.
with a whole kid inside of her. And think about the fact that when The Lion King came out, because obviously Blue Ivy was one of the voices in The Lion King.
Along with Beyonce.
Right.
This hurts.
He was just accused of molestation when that movie came out.
Yeah.
Like with the whole Diddy thing. And
You haven't heard anything of that?
Well, no, she recanted.
She recanted.
Yeah.
Why would you recant?
To me, it just comes down to
If I have somebody that's worth $1 billion,
all
why would
of
I
the.
recant?
There's no. If I really held, because a lot of people say, well, why don't you hold Beyonce accountable? Why don't you do this? And if we all held, because that's the only person that has not. Her and Jay-Z, their record is clean for the most part. That is never been proven or anything like that. It's like, it's not like how R. Kelly we know for sure, I feel like, but when it comes to the spiritualism behind all of it, like, I don't know if I know she's a spiritualist. Somebody asked, do I really think that she's, excuse me, I'm trying to catch a draft, if she is crowned Oshun.
You need water?
Yes, please. Yeah, she is definitely crowned Oshun. Like, that's not a question.
You seen that in the video.
Even you guys
Which if
to
you haven't
watch
seen,
Black
go check
is
out Black
King.
Culture on YouTube, please.
Yeah, so she does a lot of things that are intentional and that are history lessons, and I feel like when it comes to the spiritual community, that she is a beacon that I feel like could be a little bit more outward and teach a little bit more. Because, I forgot to mention, did y'all see that Michael B. Jordan is a babalao?
No.
Yeah.
I'm not tapped in like you guys are.
I was shocked.
No, so-
He said his middle name is Bakari, which it's Swahili. And so the interviewer was asking, like, where'd you get that? Where'd you get that from? And
He's flat out said, I'm a babalao.
I'm a babalao. Like,
Oh.
so it all kind of ties back in. And I feel like if these very spiritual people, such as the Erykah Badu's, such as Fat Joe, all of them, Janae Aiko, Macy Gray, these people are initiated and some of them crowned. I wish they would just talk about it, but of course it's hard.
It's hard because then everyone's going to be like,
Everybody
witch!
Yeah.
Right.
They're instantly going to point at you and say you're a witch.
Yeah. Or
it's like-
a slur or something.
Here's the thing. Right now, Michael B. Jordan might be getting...
Hey, you cannot say that. You have to allege. You gonna get me sued on here, no?
I said right now, Michael B. Jordan might be, and then I stopped.
No,
I
you
didn't
can't say
anything.
might. You can say allegedly.
I thought you said allegedly. I thought my husband said allegedly that
I
he
didn't
was.
get a chance to say what I was going to say.
I thought you
don't
said
have to
that.
say allegedly.
This is not legal advice, and this is all in form of
No.
entertainment and parody.
No, what I was going to say is
Thank you.
right now he may be getting...
Oh, I thought he said maybe gay.
Oh, you got my hopes up, Mr. Rabbit. Like,
I'm
he-
so sorry.
there is
I
a
cannot
chance.
hear in this.
That's what I'm
verse
saying.
so bad.
Right
I'm
now he
taking
may
this
be
wrong.
getting like the Christian dollar. So for me to come out and give you
Not
information
anymore.
on me being a babalao or me subscribing to ATR, then I may not be getting that money anymore. So as from a business standpoint,
don't fuck up the bag.
right? From a business standpoint, if I play football for the Dallas Cowboys and I'm a football person, people may stop watching my games or buying my jerseys if I subscribe to a certain ideology.
Yeah, you
It's
gotta
not popular.
you gotta play along to get along.
Exactly.
Yep.
So this is the first time we've ever heard him say he was a babalao. However, he's been in multiple movies.
I feel like he's at a point now though where like I think
don't give a fuck.
he's gonna step more into the producer side.
Yeah, I
To
feel
where
like
he's gonna let his
he's
money do
earned
the
that, though.
talking and not
Yeah.
whatever he subscribes to.
He's earned that, and I feel like at the end of the day, he's
I don't think
He's
it's just
earned
that
it.
though.
And nobody, when it comes down to the Christian dollar, I know for sure. I'm really trying to choose my words carefully.
Well, let me say this.
But let me tell you, all I'm gonna say, doorknobs.
Mm.
As dumb as doorknobs to think you gonna go see a damn movie called Sinners that you know is a vampire movie and then be so offended that you walk out.
Why'd you go?
Why would you go? So I don't think the Christian
They want-
dollars
they wanna
is
be-
even. He doesn't
They
care
want to
no
be
more.
persecuted though. That's what literally the entire Bible is about. Is
But
how
I think
they were
I think
persecuted.
Yeah.
They
we're
want
at
to
a
be
point
victim
right
complex.
now where we're at a point right now where religion is at its all-time high. You have people, more people are online, more people are sharing information.
And also, the general culture of the world right now is not in a good spot.
correct,
So more people are turning to religion.
correct,
And spirituality.
And they're not turning to popular religion. A lot of people are straying away from popular religion.
Organized.
Well, because now you can see through it. Now there's a lot of
Yeah.
things going out there showing you what the Vatican
Well, I
is
also
doing.
feel like it's people
Yeah.
asking, like, you know where your lineage comes from.
Mhm.
If I come from this place, if I come from Ghana, what were my ancestors practicing in Ghana? If I
Before
come
they were
exactly
stolen,
yeah.
before they were enslaved. If I come from England or wherever I come from, what were my ancestors participating in? And you start asking these questions, and it develops deeper thought. Now people have had. We were getting paid. We were getting paid to sit at home. People had the time to sit down and process their
Yeah,
thoughts.
2020, it was a shift. I mean, but there was some other spiritual things going on in 2020. Once the vid kind of dropped like a fucking hot album.
Well, I feel like it was like a thing where like COVID happened. In my head, I visualized like everybody's in a bubble now, and everyone's
Yeah.
like, okay, now what? You're like
sharing
suspended.
information. Yeah.
Well, like that, but like I almost think of it as like in like a metaphysical like realm. We're all just like kind of floating. Like
yeah.
what happens, and then we were all kind of like immediately thrusted back into the real. It was almost like the Matrix, like getting into the
Yeah.
Matrix, but now you know everything, and you're like, what do we do now?
Yeah, it was. We were that was during the age of Aquarius, and that was revealing things, and it was seeking truth. And if you notice, like, do you guys ever think how quick it went by? You'd be like, damn, COVID was.
that shit
5
went
years
mad
ago?
fast.
I feel like I've been doing podcasting forever, and I was doing podcasting then, but not at the level I am now. And I'm like,
Yeah.
that feels like a different life.
Yeah.
Within the last 6 years, time has moved so fast at
Yeah.
such a rapid speed. Like, I remember getting COVID for the first time, and we was talking to people on the outside of our window, like that was delivering us
Our friends.
groceries
Yep.
and
Bring
delivering us like liquor and stuff to keep us sane when we were stuck in the house for 2 weeks.
Yep.
That was years ago.
That was years ago.
But it feels like it was yesterday. I promise. I remember the feeling of being in my laundry room like, hey, I need one more pack of Skittles. Like,
yeah. I
please.
remember being in my parents' house with all of us cooped up and feeling like it almost felt like a zombie movie. It's like, we can't go outside. We can't do
Yeah.
nothing. We got to board up. And then I remember like it being like a fever dream almost.
Yeah. And even in and it's just, even in the comments, people are like, some people saying it felt super fast, and then someone was like, it felt so long ago. I feel like it depends on what. Let me not.
I think it was
What
both, though.
reality.
I think it was
back
both.
I think it was
into.
both.
Because it was super
Yeah.
fast,
It was
but it was
fast.
a long
It was
time
a
ago.
long time ago.
But
yeah.
also I was at probably the lowest points I've ever been like in my
Yeah.
mental health. And so I think that dragged it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's when I
Yeah.
got diagnosed. That's when I started going
Yeah.
to therapy, and that's when I started like getting on medication.
Oh, that makes
And
sense.
then-
that makes sense.
The real shift for me was after, because it was still technically kind of COVID. It was 2022, and the real shift was me getting let go from 2K, and I started working with George at the old studio.
When's the last time you heard somebody talk about a vaccination? Like, think about
other than the flu.
how quick that came and left. Like, they were shoving the vaccines down people's throats.
I got you, Samaj.
You know, but it just came and went so fast. Like,
Yeah.
disappeared.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big simulation theory guy.
me too.
In order to control a simulation this big, it would take about a year to update the system. If I was I don't know. That's just like
Damn, bro.
crazy
Can we
thinking.
can we please patch like the broke feature? Like, can we just?
I know. I can't believe. I can't even front. Like I feel like from now or from 2020 up until I want to say about 2022, I feel like it was just this big ass simulation, and it did not end until the end, like New Year's Eve. It didn't feel back
Of
to
when?
normal of 2022.
Okay.
And I feel like I had jumped so many timelines. Jump. I went from being in what is it? Corporate America.
Yeah, same. I was in corporate America.
The end of 2019, 2020, then having a baby in January of 2020, and then everything just kind of like changed. It's like it was just very different. I feel like I didn't get any normalcy.
What was the difference? Was everything moved so fast, but we were also placed in a position where if you were a natural hustler, you thrived during those years.
Yeah.
See,
Because
and I didn't.
there
And I
was-
think I'm making up for it now because
Yeah.
now I'm thriving.
Man,
but it was
yeah.
like,
You have
fuck,
no,
man.
bro.
If
There was so much money.
Yeah, 'cause
from
we've
2020
always
to
been-
2023.
when
there
COVID
was
hit,
money.
I will say 2K was really cool until a few months into COVID. It was a really cool place
Yeah.
to work. When COVID hit, they paid us the
Yeah.
entire time. I never had a breakup in money, and then I was getting the stimulus. Oh, the stimulus is when we.
Oh man, I missed them stimmies.
Them stimmies were
Them
nice.
Jimmy
It
stimmies.
literally doubled my income. That's how broke I was
like,
back then.
when you get your paycheck, your regular paycheck, and then you get a stimmy.
See,
on
my
top.
mom was making $800 a week on unemployment and
yeah.
getting stimmies, and I was like,
Yeah,
God damn.
But the
Let
thing
me hold
was,
some.
what did you do to market yourself at that point?
Nothing, because
If
I didn't know. Because 2021 is when I officially started Alvarez Productions.
Okay.
Wasn't it what it is now? But that's when I got my first paying client. That's when I started.
Yeah.
Like George was there for that. That's when I
wish
started.
we knew you. I wish we knew you.
Yeah.
Because when people started
been
getting that
cheap.
extra money, they was throwing money around.
Yeah, I was cheap then.
It was people throwing the money around like they was trying to go to the strip club. They was just paying for
Just
anything.
doing stupid stuff.
So get
PPP, baby.
so you know what we did?
Let me get 8 Hellcats.
Credit repair company.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
when our credit repair started booming. Okay, you got extra money, so go ahead. You pay for this credit repair package.
everybody was trying to get their life. It was like they
Think,
focused.
get your life right.
on
I'm
getting
gonna
their
get
life
you,
together.
but I'm gonna do it the right way and get your life right.
Yeah.
So
See, I didn't do that until last year.
yeah,
Last year is when
Listen.
it clicked.
Well, I mean, in your defense,
You were still young.
You were so young. You
I-
were so
I am
young.
still- I'm
You're
still
still
young.
he was probably like 18 at that time.
Wait, in COVID?
yeah,
No.
No, she
I was
in his
22,
early-
23.
Yeah, early
that's
20s.
still young.
I know it's still young. Yeah, I definitely look back on it. I was like, I was young then, but like, I was working. This is the crazy part. Not to shame anybody for income or whatever, but like compared to what, like I was making $740 every 2 weeks,
Yeah.
and I had
That's crazy.
a little one I had to take care of. I was still living in my parents' house, and in my head I was like, oh, I'm gonna work my way up here and make enough to.
Yeah.
Never got promoted once. Got let go because I had to get my wisdom teeth removed. God forbid I take care of my health and have to take a week off. Got fired. Then worked at the studio, and the studio was, and I think George can attest to this. It was really cool for about a year and a half. Like maybe less for George.
No. It was cool up till the end. We wanted to stay, bro.
We did want to stay. It was a very
Think
difficult
about
thing
that.
for George and
Think
I.
about that.
We like it was
Literally, we were this close.
to
We were
double
this close
down.
to stay.
But see, and
We
this
told
is-
y'all that there
and
was
these
bullshit
are
there, though.
different.
Yeah, and now that we're on the other end of the tunnel, hindsight's 2020. It's like
Right.
everybody was telling us.
Everything-
You guys were
yes.
telling us.
Uh-huh.
Other people were telling us.
The grass is greener occasionally.
Occasionally,
It is.
in this case, it was
Occasionally it
very
is.
much. There was no
It is.
grass. It was concrete.
Yeah.
Is this
Yeah.
fucking marble
And,
forest?
you
Sometimes
know,
you
shout
gotta
out
bet on
to
yourself.
all because somebody in the comments, and this is probably why I feel so far for Jenny in the comments. You know, she said she was in high school. They said they'd be back in 2 weeks and never went back.
Yep, my sister was
You
a
know?
senior in high school then, and never
I
went back.
hate that the
That's crazy.
11th and 12th graders
No,
were
they got robbed.
Yeah,
No
got
prom, no homecoming.
Yeah.
They had homecoming because it
No
was in October.
sports.
Yeah.
I was supposed to be
Nothing.
the varsity wrestling coach at Las Vegas High School. I was hired. We practiced over the summer. The season got canceled. I quit, and then I moved to working at Sticky Paws when I was
Yeah.
a teacher.
Literally.
Literally.
Times was hard
Oh.
for people like that because you got to think.
I did get paid for coaching.
Flash.
That's crazy.
We had Flash. Flash started kindergarten. He was a COVID kindergarten baby.
Yeah,
Wow.
that was.
And then we
That's
had a
probably
COVID
rough.
baby on top of that.
And he was so used to seeing everybody with masks, and when you didn't
That
have
was
a
his
mask on
life.
outside of the family, he looked at you like you had a third titty in the middle of your forehead. He's like, stranger danger. You
Yeah.
did, you know. So it was just.
Yeah.
It was a very spiritual time. Samaj did recommend or ask about a video on it because
You can catch that coming out.
Yes, COVID was absolutely a portal. I'm sorry. I send my condolences to everybody that passed from COVID because
Christian, yeah.
idiots was just like, it's not real, and I'm like, okay.
Christian's
fuck it.
house was like that. That's the
Yeah.
problem. Was I think it was his mom's boyfriend
The
brought it
energies.
home,
Yeah.
and just it took a week and it wiped him out in
Yeah.
a week. Literally, I think it may have been a little bit more than a week, but I think Wednesday he got it. Mm-hmm. Last time I texted him was that Friday. He was in a coma the next day. That was it.
Yeah.
He died a week later.
Yeah. And it is, when I say it's a portal, it was such a time of, it's either you made it and you made it as best as you could, or it was miserable,
It was
or you got
miserable
into
for me.
religion, or you went into psychosis. So many things
Got
happened.
into SSRIs, baby.
It's so like, it's very, very, it was a portal. That was a portal time. And I think I'm going to cover it because I can't believe that was 5 years ago, almost 6 years ago. I cannot believe
It feels
that.
like so long ago.
No, it doesn't. Not to me. I
It
was
feels like
yeah,
so
COVID
long
was
ago, but it
last
feels
year.
like yesterday.
It feels like
It's
both.
like the
It
same
feels
thing.
like both.
Well, that's
Where
what
It was
happens.
like, yeah, I've had COVID a few times. I'm like, I haven't had COVID. Well, I had COVID a couple of times at Sticky Paws. That's just because we had anybody come in there.
Yeah.
But like thinking about Christian, like he died, what, 3 years ago? Almost 4 years ago now at this point?
Yeah.
and and
It's crazy. We had COVID a year ago.
Yeah, I had it, I think, last year. Early
We didn't
last
even
year.
know. It was so cool.
We was
I remember
coming
you
back.
telling me. I remember you guys were like, we've had COVID. You guys should go get tested. And I
Yeah,
went,
we didn't even
we
know.
were coming back from a cruise.
And like the
I was
day
sick.
before, he had like the sniffles, and then they went away the next day, right?
So they're like, oh,
I'm like,
allergies.
right, allergies. I'm like,
But
whatever.
I knew my
My
taste
baby
of
got
food.
the vid.
No, my
Yes,
taste of
man.
food was different though because we was in the airport flying back from Miami.
He's like, this tastes weird. I'm like,
and I was like, I
I don't
only
taste
want.
nothing.
I'll eat yours.
right?
Yeah, like I had a whole burger. I didn't even eat it. I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't want that.
And so the only
Mm-hmm.
reason why we knew, like, he's sitting in the car. You know how you text and scroll before you get out your car and deal with your real
Mm-hmm.
life kids that's finna bug the shit out you. So he's in there. He says, and I was
I
like,
guess.
what?
They said it was almost 400 people that was on a cruise we was on.
Yes, that
That
had
tested
COVID.
positive for COVID.
I
And
said,
I said, oh shit.
400.
The call is coming from within the house.
I know,
No,
swear.
instantly I said, oh shit. I had COVID.
And so, well, this was like 5 days afterwards.
I
It
took
was
a
during
test
the
and was
little
still positive.
the Facebook group because every cruise has its own Facebook group.
Yeah.
And tested, and I said, "Oh damn, we both got the suds."
Because she
got
called
that,
me.
yes.
She called me and goes, I got the suds. And I was like, what? She's like, I got the vid. I was like, oh no, she got that virus.
I said, "I got that nasty woman's disease."
The nasty one. But yeah, no, I think for me, COVID was probably one of the worst times in my life. I was definitely on the miserable.
Yeah, the
Up
first time we
until-
got it in 2020, I was like,
Well, not even the disease, just that time period
Yeah.
was just miserable. I remember having it because I had it real bad. Like it gave me pneumonia for 2 weeks.
"Oh my god!"
And I remember just sitting on
we
the couch.
never had anything over like
crazy.
fevers, chills, loss.
No, I
of
had everything.
Taste.
I had everything.
Yeah,
I had
some
every.
people still don't have a sense of smell or taste.
Vanessa was still coughing up until like 2 years ago.
Wow.
She had like the long COVID.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. Listen, I wasn't being stuck in the United States, so I got a shot. I got the vaccination. I, don't care.
got the
I was
shot, I
not
got the
getting stuck
booster.
in the United. They said, "Oh, you gotta get a shot to travel." All right,
Yeah,
sign
man,
me
I
up.
wanted to go to Cabo, baby. I got mine. I was
We-
the first.
look,
And they said we give
I
you a
was a
shot of
guinea
Henny with
pig.
it. I died
No,
right.
listen.
Yep.
We had paid a couple $1,000 to go for a honeymoon to
Mm-hmm.
Cabo, and they said, "Oh, you can't go to Cabo without your shot.
I said, which
Step right here
arm?
though.
You want the left arm or the right arm?"
Jenny, you gotta be careful with that because I felt the same way. She said my mom worked at the museums in DC and she swore she got it before it was announced. I got extremely sick. I think the December because it was Christmas. I got extremely right before COVID happened in March. I was like the same exact symptoms, super sick.
I think she had COVID a couple times before before
Before
COVID
we
was
knew
actually
what
a
it
thing.
was. I was
Because
heavily
she had
pregnant.
this ugly ass cough. Like
No, I
most of
was
the
sick.
her pregnancy.
So
No,
my
it-
last.
it was horrible.
I think I was due in February. I was induced, or I had a C-section in January, because I get this nasty thing called cholestasis at the end of my pregnancies where I itch. I have crystals underneath my skin.
Crystals.
I was like, I'm itchy. I'm ready to get this boy out. But before I had him, I was so sick, like in December, and it was to the point where I went to the doctor. I went to emergency room, and they said, we don't know what this is. It's some kind of weird upper respiratory infection.
They ain't know what it was.
I said, oh, okay.
They just kept on giving her shit for upper
They gave
So
me
what we
time.
know is Noah was patient 0.
I was patient 0. God damn it. Sorry, United States.
Why'd you
and
go to
some
Wuhan?
parts of Canada? No.
She ain't look, she ain't get no better until she got the shot. I'm just saying.
No, it wasn't even just that. I felt like I know we talk about conspiracy theories and we talk about the paranormal and spiritual things, but I feel like back then it was very important for people to get vaccinated because it wouldn't have stopped if we had not.
Correct. We would have had COVID 55 now.
Yeah, we would be very.
And I feel like it
sick.
was targeted because I feel like a lot of people in the lower income communities were getting
sick
with COVID more than
the-
people.
They
in the-
stay
in the
sicker
prominent
in
areas.
general.
Yeah, they don't
though.
have access
They don't
to
have
good
access-
food,
yes,
to good
to
health care.
And we already, more than likely, we already have these health issues, right?
Like
we
a lot
already
more
have
underlying
high blood pressure,
diabetes,
things like that.
swag.
And so when you throw,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
no,
It's
when you throw some shit like that into the air, it's
yeah,
like,
it's just like it's already
okay,
bad.
right.
Like, I was so terrified for my dad to get it, and my mom. My mom has to inject insulin.
Yes.
Both of my parents are diabetic, and it was
Okay.
later in life. It wasn't like they were born with it. It was like they both got it in their 40s.
Yeah.
And so I was, my dad had it, and he was super sick for a day, completely fine. Still carried it. That's who I got it from, was my dad. My mom though was sick for a week and a half. Had
Yeah.
to. Mrs. though almost didn't come through. She
Yeah.
was like she wasn't able to eat, drink for a week.
It was terrifying, and I felt like a lot of people within the spiritual community of all pantheons, Christians, Catholics, the spiritual girlies, it was like, oh well, God can fix it, or I can do a protection bath. No, not everything is spiritual. That is
Sometimes it's just a virus.
It's worldly. Sometimes it's just like with like colds. I could tell the difference between a spiritual cold.
I'm not
and
gonna
just
lie.
a
You
worldly
could have
cold.
a spiritual shield, but a 45 caliber round is probably
No,
still
for
going.
real. Come on now.
Ask 50.
We have to be fucking for real. And that's why I said, even in my Pope video, like, it's a dangerous time. It reminds me of 2020. Now that it's supposed to be Armageddon. Like, we never even finished that conversation, which we can finish it next week because I have to wrap this up. My son's tooth is knocking at home. But it's a scary time because now Jesus is supposed to come back according to text, Armageddon, and the psychosis is going to be running rampant. Whereas
It's already rampant.
Yes, it's already rampant. Whereas in 2020 there was psychosis because now you're in solitude. And
Correct.
it's
And it was
scary.
a huge increase. It was twofolded because a lot of great communities formed.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
Yes.
And then a lot of like fringe communities.
Yes.
But you also had the communities where communities were formed, but they were formed on the tents of the wrong shit.
Yeah.
Correct.
Like, you got to think, if
That's why January
I don't
6th
gotta
happened.
work, if I don't have to work, I don't have to pay my bills. People wasn't paying bills.
Yeah.
They didn't have to work, and it was getting $700,
Some of us,
$800, $1,000 a week.
$6,000. Some of
Yeah,
them.
them Californians, they made
Some of
it
these
out
people was
good.
making buku money, and now we sit in solitude. We're taking drugs that we never took before. We don't have nothing to do but party and do bullshit.
Playing Animal Crossing on Nintendo
no.
Switch because that was a thing.
A lot of people was doing reckless stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Probably both physically and spiritually,
and
right?
Yeah, for
spiritually,
sure.
because it comes down to it with these people with Armageddon and Jesus coming back and everything else. It forces all of us to. I reflect back on 2020 whenever they said, "Oh, we don't need the vaccine because God got us." Because I did a protection bath and my ancestors and blah blah blah. We gonna have to deal with that same bullshit, except in reverse. So it's a very scary concept. And that's why I say, like, that whole time period, it was full of simulations. It was full of different timelines, testing out different timelines. And it was a portal. So it was a goddamn portal, and a lot of people were placed in a timeline where they didn't make it.
Facts.
Right.
And placed in a timeline where the psychosis of I don't need a vaccine. And I know military that was like, we had to get it, but you better not let them put that in you. I get it. But at the same time, it would have never stopped, you know?
And I do, just real quick, I do want to spin a block, and, you know, I'm reading the comments and everything that people are saying in the comments. And our thoughts and prayers are out to anyone who lost anybody, including Austin and George, you know, because they had a podcast before us.
Yeah.
And one of their members of the podcast, their best friend, you know, he was lost to COVID.
He was 23.
23 years old. So anybody, including our boy Christian, who, you know, was lost to COVID, you know, we sympathize with you guys. You know, we don't want y'all to think that all of that stuff is going over our head, because obviously we do know that people in real lives were affected because of that.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest takeaway is like, okay, anybody can argue about it. At the end of the day, people still died from it.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah,
Facts.
it's just fair. Oh, go ahead.
Whether they were celebrities or people that
Regular
were close
people,
to us.
yeah.
You know, because we lost a lot of celebrities and stuff, like people who were influential to us growing up, like whether they were artists or whether they were best friends. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So everybody has lost somebody in some form or shape. You know what I mean? All we can do is be each other's community whenever these things happen, because it takes a little bit of community to get through this shit. You know what I mean? Like, that shit's not easy. None of it. Nothing is easy. So just make sure you got your people back.
Y'all, we got to huddle together as a people. Regardless, I have Christian followers and Catholic followers. I have people that are Buddhist, people that are like me, in a religion, not in a religion. And it's just very important that we stick together, because we finna see some psychosis. And it reminds me of 2020, whenever everybody was crashing out, buying up all the herbs that the
Toilet
psychic
paper.
eye, toilet paper. It's finna be a crash out, because they really believe that Jesus is coming in 2027. And that's less than 2 years from now.
You know what helped is I deleted Facebook off of my phone.
Yeah.
That's the big one. And then I stopped. I just got busy with work. It's like at this point, if
keep
it's
yourself occupied, because
just
that's the best thing you
don't
can
subscribe to
do.
that shit. Like,
yeah, because I
we
did
don't-
for the longest time. I let
we
it
don't
like
even watch the news, bro. I
no,
don't
that
even
was the
wanna know
one
what's
thing when I
happening.
moved out. I was like, because my dad had it on every day at 6.
Yeah,
And at the house it was
it's
open
the
concepts.
It's
heard
the
it.
old folks. Like, they watch that shit and they be like, "Oh, did you hear? I don't want to hear shit.
I don't want to hear it.
When it happens, it happens."
Here's a crazy thought. Do you think that in maybe a generation or so, there's going to be the people that fully relinquish? Like, our hatred towards the way that social media makes us feel, there's going to be people that just stay behind as technology way advances them. And I don't think that people think about that as like something that could happen in future generations, where you have in sync people that did not adapt with the times and like floating cars.
I feel like it'll be the
And it's like
It'll be the
two
older
separate
community.
societies. Like you
for
talk
sure.
about
it'll be
now.
it'll be the elders. It
Yeah.
won't be the young kids are too. Think
Witty.
about it. When they first wake up, they grab their phone before they wipe their ass.
I grab
before
my
they
phone
even go
off
pee.
my ass. I answer my emails there.
Right.
Yeah.
The first thing you do is grab your phone. You check your emails. Like, my boo fall asleep with
Holding the phone?
TikTok's playing.
Yep, I do too. I got yelled at last night. And you know what's funny is because I'll be sitting there and it'll be and then
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or I'll
she
wake
tell me
up
she not
and
sleeping.
snore.
I'm not sleeping. I hear snoring and I hear some ratchet chick
Oh,
talking
no.
crazy.
Yes.
Oh no!
Right, over and
oh
over
no!
again.
No!
Or
Yeah,
it's
I
a
have-
cat making a
I
weird
have
noise.
happily given people thousands of views while asleep.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Of
but
replay views.
to answer your question, George, I feel like there will always be a disconnect within generations in the age gap that people
It's gonna be a
are.
community.
It's always going to be a community
But I
that
feel like
will
it'll be
not
the older
subscribe.
community.
There's a group
No,
of
not
people.
necessarily.
I feel like it's the people that's gonna be
There's-
scared.
there's
It's the
a-
people that are afraid of technology.
No.
Yeah, there's already a group like that where
Yeah.
you can't even drive a car, and you have to have a diesel car to drive into their compound.
Yes.
I was
Yeah.
thinking this kind of is just the Amish people, but like I'm thinking like a little more past just doing everything
Like your
on a
grandma
homestead.
being like,
Yeah, like we use technology to like at its bare minimum form. You know, like that next level that's coming that's going to be vast superior. That's like it's going to be a
I might be me.
technological
It might be
gap.
me because like I'm not injecting an implant
Correct.
into me so I can get
that's
ads
another point.
because I
No.
didn't pay my bill.
Yeah.
No, I get it, but I also
Shut
feel
up,
like
so I can get ads.
I also feel like you make money off of the internet, so you would never be that person to turn your back on it. On
Correct.
technology.
Yeah, like I have
Because this
to,
is how you pay your bills.
because they're like, I'm not old,
you're
but
gonna
I have
subscribe.
been called Unc already, which makes me feel some kind
Oh,
of way.
I would have cussed them. Don't be.
She
Somebody
get called
call me
auntie all the time.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I
and
got
I'm
called
like, I'm
Unc
not
by
fucking
somebody
auntie.
who's
She's
in
in
high
her
school.
early 30s. What do you mean, auntie?
No, so okay, and we're gonna wrap the show with this because my crotch fruit is looking for me. Somebody went to the dentist today and got a root canal, and they're 9, and yeah.
Ouch.
So I'm gonna say this: don't let nobody call you fucking Unc. Don't let them play on your top like that. There was a Discord that Jackie Aina, which is a big beauty creator, she did not want to be called auntie. And I felt like she was absolutely
How do you spell her
valid.
name? Jackie.
Ina?
I think it's A.
You ain't even gotta spell it. Just
it'll
know
just pop up. She's
her name
gorgeous
is
black
Jackie and she's
woman.
rich
Oh,
as
makeup
fuck.
artist.
Yes.
She's
so
rich
this
as
is
hell.
the thing. First of all,
She looks like if I look at her, she's gonna already know my credit score
She's
and
gonna
judge me.
charge. She's gonna charge you to look at her
Yeah,
too long.
she's
she
be like,
is so luxurious.
tip,
I thrive
would
to
you like
be
to
like
leave a
her when
tip
I
too?
grow
No, I'm
up.
talking about she has designer toiletries whenever she has friends over.
No.
Like she'll have a
It's-
designer picnic.
No.
Where you
She
get
gives
designer
out,
gifts.
This man don't even watch her. Don't
I
do
know-
her. I've been
I
on
know
YouTube
Jackie.
watching her forever.
I know Jackie. You
Her,
told me.
she's luxury through and through. Like if you get a goodie bag from one of her dinners, it
There's
has
a
Christian
MacBook in it.
Dior. It has these, it just gives rich bitch energy. And
She's
that's
holding
cool.
a thing of Vaseline, so that must have been hard for her.
It's
You
probably
know
hers.
what, y'all?
I
probably
know it's a
got paid.
Vaseline logo.
Hold on.
probably
I
got
said we
paid.
gotta end this. I'm gonna just say right now, as a spiritualist, do not age me. Says for somebody that's older than me, this lady looked like she was my mama's age. Talking about auntie, baby, don't call me your my niece and my nephew are 3 months old and 3 years old. I
You got some
my
time.
early. I still got damn near a toddler talking about auntie, TT. Don't do that.
How about a T?
I mean, but
Because
technically you
it
are an
is-
auntie though.
No, I'm not. I think people
You
forget that
you got two.
No, please don't make it.
But there's
I'm
like a
saying what I'm
connotation with
saying.
it now.
Do not call me auntie if you are over the age of 16.
Okay.
Maybe even
makes
then,
That makes
because
sense.
Or unless you're her blood niece or nephew.
Right.
because it's
Or
like,
I guess, adopted, but niece
no,
or
because
nephew.
it to me, okay, so there's this thing in voodoo, and it's a thing, and even I forgot what it's called. It's like Indian voodoo, where they pay you compliments, right? Because in the black community, or even just in the community in general, because your baby called me TT too, so that's my auntie, right? But it's a thing where whenever they give you compliments and be like auntie or you're so beautiful or whatever, like it's really a hex.
it's
It's a
backhanded.
crossing.
Okay, I
It's
see.
backhanded.
I see what you're saying.
You're showing quote unquote respect.
Damn, George, you look fine.
It's not. It's really not. A,
That's
it's,
exactly what it is.
but it's not respect. It's really disrespect.
Yeah,
in,
yeah,
a
yeah.
form
It's-
of,
you're
it's
saying I
disrespect.
look
in a form of
It's
flattery.
a
Yeah.
Trojan horse. of a
right.
compliment.
And Indian people, they
Okay.
don't play that shit. Like they literally, it's an old TikTok. A lady went to a wedding, a family member's wedding, and they said, "Oh, you look so beautiful," and they touched her, and her mom took her home immediately and was doing Indian voodoo.
But is there a
Like
possibility?
washing that shit off.
Is there a
like
possibility
had
that
you
somebody
spit
calls you
in her
auntie?
hair and some more shit.
Is there a possibility somebody calls you auntie just because they respect you that much? Like they look at you as an elder?
I would say it depends on the age.
Yeah,
Somebody my age, maybe. But like
but even you pushing
Big
it, my
man,
baby
little
brother's your
man,
age.
the
But if you
older
got-
kid.
If you
No,
got an
they say that 'cause
18-year-old
they
that's
think
out
it's
here
funny.
and they like, I feel you, auntie. Like,
No,
is
they're just
it
trying to be funny.
Who, a middle-aged woman?
an 18-year-old?
No.
No.
They watch too much
No,
Shannon
that's,
and
no, that's
what's his face?
No, I'm gonna honestly say that I don't mind 18, because I could be their aunt.
But if you're 2
But
years
if
younger
you
than
are
me and you're calling me
67
auntie,
years
But if it's
old,
me calling you auntie,
like
boy, you
how
done
am I
lost
your
your damn mind. I
auntie?
hope you find it.
Right.
What is that from again? That's
You gotta just think about the things
Yeah.
behind the meetings of it. To call me, it's like I'm showing you quote unquote respect, but really I'm not because I'm older than you. I'm old enough to be your mama and you talking about auntie. Even sometimes whenever people that are far above my age range are like, sis, I'll be side-eyeing, but I'll leave that.
right? Because Erica said,
Don't-
"What about cousin?"
cousin, that's cool because I can be cousins with somebody that's in their 40s, someone that's in their 50s. But if you are old enough to collect a Social Security check,
I
Don't
will
call
never
me
get one of
auntie.
those.
don't call me auntie. I'm not old enough.
And if you
My-
are collecting Social Security, I'm mad at you because you're not leaving any for us.
No, listen.
George and I will never get those.
You've been retired for 4 years. Why are you calling me auntie?
No, for real. And that's my whole
Your
thing.
401k is older than me.
Man, like, please. I cannot.
But
no.
I feel like
It's like Christy said it's like being called a mom before I had children.
But I feel like
Right.
being called cousin is different because cousin is also like
yeah.
it's
We all call each other.
It's a black thing.
It's a black thing. But
I've seen a video where like a guy was sleeping with a girl and his other girl showed up. He's like, no, that's my cousin.
yeah, no,
It's not that kind of black thing,
It's
sir.
like-
you gotta watch Poetic Justice.
No. I know what you're talking about.
Like,
Yeah,
you
we're
gotta-
all-
no, you gotta watch. You
yeah.
gotta watch Poetic Justice.
Yeah, but
add it to the list.
I can't. And like, it's like I know I give auntie
Cousin Pete.
energy. I know I give auntie
Janet
energy,
Jackson?
and sometimes I feel
Yes.
like,
And Tupac.
And Tupac. Sorry.
Don't be
She's
giving
about
me
to
the
give
side
us
eye. He asked
Adderall.
me it was a Janet
no,
Jackson.
on me. My ADHD be on fire all damn day. I'm like SpongeBob whenever he forgot his name and he was in his head and it all. Yes.
All right,
Okay.
all right,
but y'all
Doodle
two-
Bob.
Y'all need something.
Y'all next week we're about to be like, yo, this episode's sponsored by Pfizer. They hooked us up with some Adderall because we fucking
no,
need it.
on me.
This episode is brought to us by these boxing gloves because
Listen,
my wife's gonna beat my
I'm
ass.
going
all
to
our
just
asses.
bring to because me and George's ADHD, we can manage. Y'all twos be on fire. I swear.
I'm
like,
undiagnosed.
bro.
Let's have we all have like little like tickers underneath us. That, Like it's a
Right.
bar that builds up ADHD.
Yeah, but
points.
ours
my-
just builds
in
faster.
my defense,
you guys have the power.
I've
up.
had real life ADHD since 1985.
So you can't call me Unc.
I've had original.
No.
I had
Do
the
not.
original Ritalin.
Do not let nobody
my
call you
kidney is
Aunt.
fucked up right now because of the real Ritalin.
I was back there and fucking.
Y'all are Adderall kids. I've had the real Ritalin.
The FDA didn't even exist back then,
Right.
bro. You have no clue.
My kid,
No,
I'm in
for
kidney
real.
failure right now because of my Ritalin. Y'all don't
No.
do
Let me
that.
help. Let me help.
No, but in all seriousness, don't let no old ass man or woman call you listen, for you even younger than me. The cutoff is 10 for you. My kids can't even say Uncle Austin. Fuck that.
I get no, because I have nieces.
No, I'm being sarcastic, but like 18, 19-year-olds, I don't really care about that. But
But like you got George or I being like, yo, Auntie, what's up?
like, get your old ass up out of my face. Watch next.
K5
next
got to call him bro. He can't call him uncle.
Okay. All right, let me help. Let me help here. Let me help here.
Austin.
Miss Noah, what you got going on? What you just put out
Okay.
some videos.
I know for sure I have another video coming out, trying to record tonight. I really want to get Tarot and T out, but I want it to be perfect. I'm a perfectionist and I'm not bringing no bunk ass series. So we're still trying to get that taken care of. So y'all continue to send me y'all stories because I'm going to continue to stockpile them like acorns in a chimp's mouth. So I need that. But yeah, I'm still working on the store. Still have the spiritual supply store, Manifesty. And yeah, we just been chilling. I'm so excited about everything. Still traveling.
Scott, you got a busy few months coming.
Yeah, and we got a
Man.
couple of spots. Some people had to drop from Bali. A couple of them got pregnant.
Damn, couldn't be
Come
me.
on, bruh.
You wouldn't catch me.
A couple people got pregnant. A couple people just couldn't make it. Scheduling conflicts and things like that. So we do have a couple more
Uterus
spots.
conflicts.
Yeah, that too. You know, Costa Rica also still available. So yeah,
We got hella spots on Costa Rica still.
When's that one?
in September.
Oh, okay.
So we probably have like
And
9 more spots.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest. If you're trying to be cost friendly, Costa Rica is the spot you want to go to.
Over Bali.
No, Costa Rica is probably the cost of the flight and the trip. Is the same price as what you would pay for probably the Bali flight.
Just the flight.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No, the
Dang.
flights are expensive, but I'm not gonna discourage y'all from going either
No,
way.
if you
A
want
lot
to
of y'all got it.
experience luxury,
Y'all
come
need to
on.
let me hold some. A lot of y'all got it, and plus we don't speak brokenness over our lives. So
Right.
if you want to come with me,
Your
to
finances
either
is
one,
pending. Spend that bread.
so if you want to come,
I can't yet.
no, your ass. Listen, we gonna work on you. Gonna do some money spills with you. can't be no hoodoo.
Right. I was talking about I got
It could be money
$13.
spells.
That's why you got $13 because you keep saying it. I'm
I
rich
got
as
$8 million in
fuck.
my bank account right now.
No, for real. In my head, I am wealthy. I am abundant. Not rich, because rich is. I
different.
got old money. You know,
Old
I got
money. We ain't got
to
no
leave my
Lambos.
kids.
I got so many investments right now that I'm waiting to pay dividends. Like
See,
I'm
speaking-
wealthy.
I did open a Roth IRA, so in
Hey,
about,
look at you. You're
about
more
40
dope.
years. About
Okay.
40 years,
You know
that'll be
what?
nice.
I'm gonna have
See,
to talk to you after
that
this.
40 years. I'm gonna need you to put some coffee in your shit, sir.
Some coffee. I drink coffee daily. What are we
No,
talking
no, no,
about?
I'm gonna need you to put some coffee and speed up that recipe. 40 years and that's too long.
No,
You gonna retire?
Yeah, that's my retirement account.
40 years.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm
that's
trying to
not
retire
bad.
next
Well,
week, bro. What you talking about?
More like 10 days, B. 10 days. All
More
right,
like
my
10 days,
social media
B.
is
All right.
done. I'm out of here.
Mr. Fresh, what you got going on before we get out of here?
All right, so
What you
I'm
got
trying to
cooking?
get this big bitch off my neck.
Quit
Sorry.
that.
I'm sorry for tapping. I'm trying to get the chunky chick off my
You
neck.
know what? I'm the chunky chick.
I'm talking about
I'ma
Jody
kill
choking
him.
me. Like, I'm not you.
Hold on. Pan over, George. Because I've been holding my bladder. I got to use the restroom.
All right,
Okay, so you got something maybe coming.
No.
I'm not moving no more. So I will be
Sorry, y'all.
setting up. We're in the process of moving. I will be setting up my studio. So I'm gonna start recording videos. To be honest, I don't know what I'm recording yet. I may
That's the journey, though.
I may be streaming some games. I may be just shooting the shit with y'all. I'll let y'all know though. And also, I'm gonna be on Tiro and T.
Ooh.
So, I'm gonna keep this thing going. I'm gonna keep Tiro and T. Yeah, I already got my socials. I do want to shout out Shaman.
One more time.
I'm shouting. No, not Samaj.
No, that's
Samaj
Samaj,
had the dope music,
Yeah.
and we appreciate him for that. But I'm shouting out Shaman because I don't care what nobody say. The Steelers just had a hell of a draft.
You know who they didn't get? Shador Sanders.
Nobody got Shador Sanders.
Browns
it seemed
did.
like they didn't even want him. Did you see?
No, George was telling me earlier. They're gonna have. He's in a. What'd you say, George?
Did you see their faces when they drafted
There's
him?
a chance that his brother Shiloh plays a snap of football before him
I believe that.
in the NFL.
Because he
I
went to
believe that.
he went to Tampa Bay, undrafted, but he went to Tampa Bay.
You're gonna put them. If you were smart, you would put them out there just because they're Dion's kids.
Yeah.
People are gonna come because they're Dion's kids. If you say Shador Sanders is gonna start this game on Sunday,
It's gonna start controversy, and therefore people
he's
are gonna
gonna
tune
sell. They're gonna sell out every ticket. They're gonna want to be there for Shador Sanders' first game. You would be a fool not to take him. However, where my team, the Pittsburgh Steelers, stand, I'm fully happy with what we did. Our first round draft pick from last year was benched all year. Oh, she's back. I'm not gonna talk football no more.
I'm in the doorway like.
in. Mr. Fresh got like I saw the fear of God in his eyes real quick.
Hey, because I already know she don't want me talking about bullshit that's not related to
No,
the
show
show.
your screen, George. Tired of this shit, Grandpa.
I'm tired of this shit, girl.
So I'm gonna finish what
All
I was
right.
gonna say before she walk out.
ADHD.
Listen,
Look, I feel like Viola.
I'm
Davis
telling
in
them
that-
about
that
my
meme.
Viola
When she
Davis
picked
in
up
that meme with the
when
purse.
She picked up her purse. It was like.
like I said, the Pittsburgh Steelers had a good draft. We'll see whenever the year start up. They're gonna be way better than the San Diego Chargers or wherever the Chargers
It's not
are.
hard to be better than us, so I don't know. It's not.
You know,
I'm not.
Although we love the Chargers because we're going to Beyonce concert at the Chargers.
Oh, at SoFi or not at SoFi? At SoFi. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I guess I've been streaming over on Twitch. Come hang out. It's a lot of fun. We've been playing Oblivion Remastered. Somebody in the chat asked if I could play Schedule 1. I have played Scheduled 1 on stream. It's pretty cool. It gets really boring really fast once you get to cocaine. There's not much more to do. Not much. Really, there's not much more. There's no new maps. There's no new things to get. Check me out over on Twitch. Go follow Black Cauldron because her video right now is popping off about sinners.
Yes. I was just
The
saying,
container.
can I have my joint?
Then nobody could hear it. Nobody could hear it. But
Schedule 1.
Schedule 1, yeah, nah. Oblivion Remaster. Follow me on Twitch. Go check out Black Cauldron. You guys really like the disturbing
play
internet
Schedule
videos,
1.
so I'm gonna have to make some more of those. George, where can they find you?
If you could find me, you win. That's all I gotta say.
Where is fucking Waldo, y'all?
All right, y'all. We'll see you guys next Tuesday. Stay safe and hey, be safe out there. All right, it's getting a little crazy out there, but we appreciate you guys. We love you guys. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.
All right, y'all.
Why isn't this dang music playing? DJ George, you gotta do a better job. You gotta do a better job.
You are fire, sir.
You know what? Come on, man. I'd like to fade out the music for the people. I'm trying to get the right tunes. Oh my goodness. Did I click the wrong button?
Are you still live?
Oh my gosh. I want to play the music for the people. Why isn't Epidemic Sound playing the music?
Oh my God. What is on there?
I don't know, but you. Oh, there we go.
What the
hell?
heck?
I'm gonna be in another dimension messing around with that
Oh.
pro marijuana.
I figured it out for you guys. You guys are welcome. This is a little Afro tribal beats. Just fucking turn the lights off and get weird with it, you know? All right. Till next week.